on YouTube anyway. Any minute now. Right, here we are. Welcome to this very, very wonderful game. I do enjoy Golden Lap. I enjoy motorsport management games in general. This one does some things right that others don't. I mean, we will see what is going to happen today with this one. We are starting at Fuji. Well, for copyright reasons, I presume it's not able to be called Fuji, but we all know what it is, really. So I believe I did a video of this game a little while ago. I did think I did when it came out, to be honest. I think this is the save file that I used for that one. We are driving for the Bancroft team, which I have forgotten. Oh, apparently we're going into the race on this one immediately. Okay. That's not where I thought this save file was. Maybe it wasn't this save file. I don't remember. Maybe it's not supposed to be. I don't know. I might just go. You know what? Oh no, don't do that. I might just go start. We're gonna start again. We're gonna start a new career. We're gonna start a new team. I mean, I do need to start naming my things better than this, to be honest. So let's hear some fun team names that we can start with, rather than just the usual. And we'll throw it out to you, the wonderful audience, and we will see if we can come up with a fun new team name for us to be beginning with, and then we will see what happens as we go through. There will hopefully be some exciting races because, of course, for those of you who haven't seen this game before, Golden Lap is based upon the sort of 70s era of Formula 1, which is pretty mad. Not a lot of cars finish the races, either through technical difficulties or through crashes or through all sorts of things. So, yeah, even some genuinely pretty poor... Well, I'd say this is not even necessarily the name of the team. This is going to be just the name of the save file. I don't actually know if this is going to come up anywhere later on, come to think of it. So, sure. It feels like a bad name for a team, but I do think we can't have the question mark. We will have the Will It Roll team. Now, we get to choose the team. Now, I always think it's a little bit boring. We could pick Ferrari, we could pick McLaren, we could pick Lotus. Now, of course, these were the best teams, but it's a bit boring. It's a little bit boring. Picking those ones. We could have I'm trying to remember which ones there is. I mean, that one there is Hesketh. That one there's very, very much Hesketh. That one I presume is Shadow. That one there I presume is March. That one Wayland could be Williams. I mean, there's going to be Williams, there's going to be BRM, there's going to be Brabham, and then that's the French ones that I've forgotten. I don't remember. Well, that one could be... Oh, Ligier, of course. Yeah, it could be... probably a Tyrrell in there as well. It could be Ligier. It could be... Actually, yeah, Ligier might be too new. Matra might be what that one there is. Possibly. Yeah, it is probably Matra. Because I think Ligier did come along a little bit later. So there we go. I think I'm tempted to go for pretend Hesketh. Just because it's fun. Core, I think it was a bit too asking for night. I don't really want to drive around at the back the whole time. Admittedly, it doesn't always necessarily be the back. As much as it's fun, I also don't want to be just last the entire way through. I want to actually have a chance of having some excitement and chances of podiums at some point today. So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to go. I normally go for Bancroft. Those are the ones that I've played about with in the past. So yeah, I'm tempted to go with Hesketh, and we will see. We will see what happens. Michael, thank you very much for the super chat, saying good evening. Maybe the rollovers. If only we could. I wish we could like make our own team. That would be really good fun. Unfortunately, I forgot that. Yeah, it doesn't let us actually name the teams. But what has 5 toes but isn't your foot? My foot. That's definitely going to be a boo. That is definitely going to be a boo, and you are very much deserving of your boo right there. Rapid, thank you very much for the resubscription for the 13th month. A roadcast salute to you from chat. Thank you indeed for the continued support. I mean, Corey is correct. Yes, there were a lot more than 10 teams. And I mean, this game does kind of use modern point scoring for 1970s, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we have got $60. Or 60, I don't know, 600,000, however you want. It's a slightly old way of doing it. We need some drivers. We really do need some drivers. Now, what I tend to do is I tend to go for someone who's really fast. Try to find somebody who's really fast and completely inconsistent. Someone who is as quick as possible, but liable to make mistakes just because they're cheap, right? The first season, we're not going to be amazingly good here. So, I mean, they might actually be quite good if we could afford them. Or do we go Dino? Speed is good. Focus is not. Yes, we will. That does use up a bunch of our money. I do. Dino is always pretty solid option. And then you can always go for like a pay driver, someone down here that is like for free basically. You are privateer, jerk, efficient, and patriotic. Amazing. You are. Those things to about cars. I mean, that's always helpful and it doesn't cost anything to hire. Now, we do like them. Cora with its vom Heem over here. Careful. I mean, actually, to be honest, they're solid. Whether we'll select them and we'll see if we can afford them later on. I mean, it is glorious hair. We do need a good engineer along the way somewhere if we can try and. So these will help get the cars to be better, essentially. I mean, if we were to get. Do we want... I mean... they seem quite good. I mean, we're only saving like $1 over this lot. So, I mean... those two are pretty solid. What have we got here? Driver report. Okay, but just being the driver's focus aerodynamicist. Sure. Let's try that. And then crew chief will be... I mean, I guess we could have actually relatively good options in this. Fuel strategist and wet strategist. Okay. Maybe tempted. Speed or I don't know what we want more of in here. Actually, you seem quite decent. Risk taker. Okay, no. Don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want risks in my pit stops. We don't want 20% longer pit stop. I mean, I do quite like that. I mean, yeah, essentially, I think as Alien Invader has said here is this is kind of how fast your stop is likely to be and the chance of it being successful. I think it also has something to do with like tuning the cars, like the setup for the cars. I think these guys, or maybe that was the other one. I don't know. It might actually be more to do with that. I mean, we can probably go. We can probably go for. No, don't want that. Okay. While they are on your team, the chance of fail pit stop are low by 50%. Okay, well that seems like just a good thing. That seems like a good thing right there. So, this looks like a pretty good shout for us. We're not going to go for an experimental car. We're just going to go for a normal one. Look at the glorious moustache. Now that is very 70s. I mean, we have a truly glorious moustache. I mean, yours is not as good. Yours is not as good. And you two have stolen each other's hairstyles, quite frankly. We have a curious team made up here. Right. Shall we venture into the race, or into our first race? Okay, choose a sponsor. I mean, we're not likely to be coming fifth, or we're not likely to be coming particularly high up, considering that gives us the most per race, and the bonus is much more achievable for us. I feel like this is the way to go. It's good old speed dart, or speed art, or speed art. Whichever one we'll put together a cool little car. And, well, here you go. So, these are all the teams we are going to be up against. We shall see how it all pans out. Into our first... Oh, okay. First race is at Watkins. Then we have... God, where is that? Oh, I know that one. Oh, yeah, you're wrong. It is, of course. Monza, Imola. That's Fuji. That's Silverstone. That's Hockenheim. I was going to say motorsport. I thought it was motorsport because I couldn't think of another Canadian track that's really had anything. Zolder? And, well, Monaco. So the season finishes at Monaco. Now, I believe the season does randomly change as well as it goes through. Which is interesting. It's always quite fun. You get sort of different races on the calendar and whatnot. Hopkins Boot, what a name. It's typically wet and dangerous. Well, that feels good. What could go wrong? What could go wrong here? Reliability of the cars looks all right for first race. Qualifying is, it looks like rainy, and rainy. I don't think much. I mean, I feel like we're just going to have to send them out as soon as possible. So, unlike in other F1 games, for example, that you might play in as well, there's not really any worry about amount of tyres. You can just chuck tyres on constantly in this, so there's no real harm in going out in these. Can just run as many laps. Basically, qualifying is just run as many laps as you possibly can. It's pretty much the way to go, especially if it is going to be. Oh, Von Hein, don't have a bad lap. We need you to have a good lap because it's going to be rainy and more rainy and even worse rainy. Well, Pellegrini has got did have the McLarens are going to come through. Now, we're not expecting to beat the McLarens or the Ferraris, of course, although we have beaten one Ferrari. Pellegrini is gradually dropping down. The Lotuses are overtaking us. I'm going to end up interchanging the real-life teams with the fake ones. Sorry. So, at the end of your every lap, once you've come back in, you can then do some tuning to your vehicle. Your engineer will sort of determine how much tuning you can get. You want to be trying to get as close to the little golden area as you possibly can, without going into the red, essentially. I don't even know whose car this one was that I was fixing up, but we will send you out again with some intermediates, and we will then do the same for you. Let's sort out the engine massively. Okay, well, we've just made your engine very fast. I mean, it should help. I'm not sure it's going to help in the rain, but we will see. It'll be fine. We'll just make it insanely fast down a straight, and then Von Heim can just deal with it in the corners. What could go wrong? Okay, Pellegrini's in the zone. Let's go set a monstrous lap, if you please. We can, pop out the menu here. We can have a look at the sectors. It's not going to be any fastest sectors. Again, the differences in lap times are quite a lot bigger in this than you might have seen in... Oh, Pellegrini has gone to the very top. Von Heim is 8th. I'm hoping now, if he could just absolutely hammer it down with rain and nobody else could set a lap time, that would be great. That would be... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Who was Rodriguez driving for? Oh, dear. The red flag for the session. Well, that means everybody comes back in. That is... yeah. That is a big shunt for an opening... for the opening race. Okay, I don't know if that's always like a red flag is always guaranteed to be, sadly, a fatality. They do happen in this game. I don't know if it's guaranteed to be a fatality or whether that's just... It is just a big crash. Now, unfortunately, we've got to wait. The rain is going to continue falling here. We may not get another chance on Inters. I don't know at what point the crossover is really. Whether it is likely to be a... Whether we're quite going to need wet tyres yet. We'll just speed this up. Right. I mean, we've tried to... With Pellegrini's car, we've tried to balance it a little bit more in terms of what we've been upgrading. Or what we've been tuning, I guess. Rather than what we've been doing with Von Heim's car. I don't actually mind like letting them go out first because it's... get them out of the way so we're not slowing ourselves down. Right, you two... Oh, well, we have slowed each other. We've made a mess of it because they've all tripped over one another. Pellegrini is honoured for another fast lap, but there's so much traffic around here, it's all going to be a mess anyway. And I don't think anybody's really going in faster. Nope. Right, that didn't work. We were too close to everybody. And I think it's got too wet anyway now at this point. I'm not sure intermediates are going to cut it here. I think that's just got too wet. I mean, the good news is it looks like we're probably going to start 3rd and 8th. Yeah, everyone's going out on wets. Those that have gone out are on wets. I mean, I'm going to continue sending the cars out because we do want them to be getting better. Like, while this is not going to be improving our lap time, we're not going to be getting higher up a grid, I don't think. Should make our cars faster for the race. That's the goal here. I mean, yeah. We have lost a lot of running, but I guess also the AI cars have lost a lot of running. So, so there we go. It is essentially sort of free test. It is essentially a practice session. We don't really get practice sessions in this game. It is across the line, and I mean, there's occasional. Oh, Steiner has gone. Steiner's a little bit faster. Max gone far, but like the Ferrari would, there's a 2-second gap between 1st and 3rd. There are some big gaps in this. Right, Pellegrini, let's send you out. Let's try and improve. Oh, look at those. Big improvements on the handling. I mean, I don't know whether... Oh, you know what? We'll try and get your engine to... Well, the goal is Von Heim is going to be really fast down the straight. That's a big fingers crossed moment. I mean, I guess it could work. I don't actually quite know if the game works like that in that manner, but... Sure, you know what, we'll go for the Hail Mary. Just all the straight line speed in the world. Could be fun. They're not going to be setting faster laps whatsoever, and sure enough, they are not. We might get one more upgrade, one more like tuning session for them. I mean, we'll try and help your handling. So yeah, you've got a very balanced car. And you will just have... Hey, okay, we got you to the perfect point with that. We'll try and help you with some handling now, and then a little bit of aero. Does the nation bar block? Does it block anything at the top? Not really, I don't think. Although I can. Can just do that. So there is really nothing there. Oh, does it block first? Okay, I can do that then. I'm blind a little bit. Right, off you go, Von Heim. You've got the, you've got, well, you have got golden, you know, a bit of golden setup going on, but it won't be. I mean, we're not going any faster. No one's really improving. Some have got occasionally. Oh, Pellegrini's not in a good lap. Qualifying is complete. No one is going to improve whatsoever. What are we doing? I mean, we're doing like 30.8s, 30.6s, and we did 26. Yeah. Well. There we go. So, Moretti is on pole with the Ferrari. Maldonado is in second with the Lotus. We're in third with the Hesketh. We beat both the McLarens, but the weather and the red flag kind of... affected that, funnily enough. We set our times soon enough that wasn't really... Well, I'm guessing Rodriguez is fine, seeing as the game didn't tell us anything about them. Ooh, is it? It looks like we're starting with a wet track, and it is going to dry. Well, that's always fun, isn't it? Yeah, okay, it looks like Carlos Rodriguez is fine. It was a big crash, but good news, everyone, he is okay. Yeah, it's horrible weather, isn't it? So we're going to be... It's going to be true. God, it's going to be wet for a lot of this, isn't it? Okay, so the good news is, on normal driving, the wet tyres are basically going to last the... Oh, sorry, that's the field. Normal driving, the wet tyres are going to last nowhere near the full race distance. I was looking at the wrong bit. The question is, can you stretch the wet tyres out to go to inters? Because it does not look like it dries very quickly at all. Could you stretch the wet tyres out to get to inters? I don't think you could. Or you could. You could, but you'd be very slow if you did. If you conserve your tyres there, presuming it dries at the same rate and doesn't suddenly speed up, but how much time would you lose? Cora, I think, is a bit saying from Emmy von Heim has the power of hippos and 70s cocaine. There's a lot of that. That basically is what powers our team. But also, very fitting for a pretend Hesketh team. That would be very fitting indeed. Right, I think we're going to go. We're going to see what happens, because honestly, like, as much as I can sit here and think about the strategy, I suspect there is going to be quite a lot of chaos in a wet race here. The Ferraris have ran away. We've leapfrogged a Lotus off the line. Good job from... let's go for a little bit of a push. Let's see if we can try and pull away from the Lotuses. In fact, I think we have. You know, good stuff. Now, we've got to try and keep an eye on the... we're going to go for a little bit of a push. Because I'm expecting there to be a safety car, yellow flags, some sort of problem. Because, you know, it's wet. It's wet and 70s. So, you know, we're expecting there to be some kind of chaos. So we can just kind of let... We've got a nice little spot in third place at the moment. Von Heim, I will probably turn down your speed for the moment. And we can just kind of sit here. Von Heim can't really do a huge amount in the traffic. Pellegrini has got a nice little spot. And there we go. There's immediately been a crash, although it doesn't... It's really too early to pit. Like, this doesn't help us. This yellow flag does not help us in the slightest here. Drake, thank you for the bits. So, speaking of hippos, 243 of them are granting happy birthday to Brazen. Well, everybody says happy birthday to Brazen, because every single day is Brazen's birthday. So we should always be saying happy birthday. Yeah. This yellow flag has actually come too early. We were wanting one to come, just not yet. Because yeah, there's really not a huge amount not a huge amount to be gained from this one, like from pitting or anything like that. I mean, I guess it extends the fuel load, it extends the tyre life a little bit while we wander around, which might help us in terms of the when to pit. I mean, are we going to possibly be able to hold on? We're going to have to tell Pellegrini to push like crazy at the end of this yellow flag, I think, because the Lotuses and McLarens are sort of there, which we don't really want. Right, go. Push like mad. Von Heim, go and do a little bit of a push. I do fear. So if we look out here, you can see what the other cars are doing. LaRousse in that Lotus is also pushing, and I mean, the Lotus is a faster car at the end of the day. If we could get Von Heim past... Oh, Von Heim's lost out to one of the blue cars. Not sure which one that is. God damn it. We're going to have to turn that back down again. Can't run like that for too long, because you will just wreck, basically. That's okay. The rain is about getting to its worst at this point. I fear we're going to lose out to the Lotuses and the two McLarens. Maldonado's not having a good race. Pellegrini's having a bad lap, which is not what we needed. Von Heim has fallen back. Oh, no, we've lost out to the Lotus. God damn it. Von Heim. Actually, Pellegrini, we need you to focus. Oh, you've lost out to McLaren as well. McLaren has also got fastest lap of the race, so you know. Oh, it's going to rain again. Wasn't expecting that. I was thinking it was going to dry, and it's not going to dry at all, is it? That's not fun. That is not fun. Okay, Pellegrini's in for a good lap. You know what? Maybe go for a little bit of a push then. See what you can do. See if you can overhaul a McLaren. I mean, we've not dropped off too far from this little group. Unfortunately, the other car is just not quite doing as well. I mean, if there's any, you know, wacky strategy calls to be made, we will definitely try it. Okay, you're going to have a bad lap. I'm just going to turn you down because you're going too quickly now. I guess the only good news is when we get to about here. Okay, we lost out to the other McLaren. It was, unfortunately, kind of likely at that point. Although now he's going to go and push. Okay, one of the... Okay, a few cars are now coming into the pits. They've killed their tyres quicker than us. I say that. Okay, we're all about even. The two McLarens have decided that enough is enough. What are they all coming out on? I presume they're all coming out on wet tyres. They are. I'm wondering whether they might try and... Anyone was going to brave Inters, but no. No. I mean, wise to not be farting around with Inters. We're going to leave them a little bit longer, but I think we're going to have to bring in... There's a nice gap to drop Pellegrini into back here, and the McLarens are going quickly. I mean, look, we want wet tyres for you, so you can go and pit. What is Von Heim doing in terms of laps? I mean, pulling away from the cars behind, which is quite good. Although it's about to have a bad lap, which is less good. We can go and set you to go and push a little bit now. Because we're going to... God damn it, stop having bad laps. I guess we're going to go for one more lap for Von Heim, and then we're going to have to bring them in. So we're going to have to. I guess maybe we can keep them running out, but I think that's going to end up losing time overall. So let's do that. Oh. Well, I mean, don't know whether that's helped us or not, to be honest with you. There's another car out. Morale, one of the night cars is gone. Not particularly helpful for us. It's helped Maldonado. Von Heim's kind of ended up about where they were, I think. Well, they were in 11th. I think the order of cars has swapped around a little bit. I think it's the Bancroft cars in front of me. Slightly. Yeah, I don't really got much I can do about those. Keep the tyres. I mean, we're going to have to pit again. Is, you know, definitely going to happen. We've got plenty of fuel, so I might tell Pellegrini to push for a bit after this has gone. Alright, we wait for the end of the safety car period. Right, and you can also, you know, burn a little bit of fuel now. Try and get a bit of a move on. See if you can make up some places. I don't know if Von Heim was in 10th before. Von Heim was hanging around the bottom part of the top 10, basically, when the pit stops happened. If we can get Pellegrini away from the Lotus. Honestly, if we do end up behind the Lotuses, it's a shame, but it's also, let's face it, kind of expected. Von Heim is on for a good lap. Will he be able to get past the... Oh, Pellegrini's on another good lap. Okay, we're pulled away from Maldonado. I like that. What was our lap times looking? 23.5 compared to... I mean, actually, Pellegrini with the fastest lap of the race. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, keep going. I'm not going to turn the engine down at the moment, not while you're flying like that. Von Heim's got an overtake as well. The Heskeths are doing well. They've got... Well, Von Heim might get another overtake in a minute. You know, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Pellegrini's... Oh, I thought battling a McLaren is not quite battling a McLaren. And now the rain has come again. I mean, yeah, we won't be able to run on this engine mode forever, unfortunately. As glorious as it has been for a little bit. What we could do... I mean, we've dropped Maldonado. That is the bit that matters. I'm looking at tyre wear. McLarens are a bit better than us. Come on, Von Heim. Find a way past. You can do it. I mean, I'll give you all the opportunities we've got here. I'm just going to turn you down because we do still need the fuel till the end. We've still got 5 extra laps of fuel, basically. We are trying to get Von, because you can get past. If you get past 9th place, it'd be really helpful. But I don't think it's going to happen. Still struggling to get past Rodriguez. Come on. Find a way. Like, there's nothing I can really do from here. I'm going to have to turn that down as well, because we are going to start running out of fuel. One of the McLarens is in. What is your fuel looking like? 5.6 laps at the end. You're at 5.5 laps at the end. Okay. All is fine. All is fine. The rain is, I mean, very much back. We want to kind of run it. We want to try and run these tyres quite far into the race. Slow pit stop for somebody, but none of that really matters. Von Heim is behind Ferraris. I wouldn't worry about those. The McLarens, I believe, have both pitted. Yeah, I was going to say, we're up into 4th, but McLarens have pitted, so a real races with Maldonado. I mean, they may not make it to the end on their tyres, you know. They're going to be quick. But my thinking is that we're going to be able to go faster, we're going to be able to go longer. They may have to stop an extra time. I'm going to lose out to Ryan now. I mean, we may well lose out to some of them. I mean, they're surely going to be hurting their tyres by the end of the race. I don't even know if I can go to the end from here, but we are kind of gambling on that. I'm kind of gambling on there, A, being a good chance of another safety car, or yellow flag as it's called in this. It's not really a safety car. Because, well, rain is likely to make that. The Ferraris are doing a lot more similar strategy to me, even if they are like a lap up on everyone, I think, pretty much. Who do we want to pit for? I mean, I guess we want to bring in... Pellegrini's losing a huge amount of time. We are going to bring you in now. Yeah, okay, you'll make it to the end. We won't have to be saving tyres or anything like that. And it means we can push quite hard as well towards the end of this. Tyres have been changed nicely, and we have come out. Right, push like crazy. Do not let Maldonado pass. You've got brand new tyres. Now is the time to go. Now is the time to use them. I'm going to give Von Heim another lap. And then I think I'm going to have to bring him in. Oh, Pellegrini, don't have a bad lap now. We need you to have some good laps. I'm going to bring you in. Again, similar strategy. Very similar strategy at the end of the day. It's got very cloudy. Do normally your strategy screens get covered in cloud? Is that how it works? I'm not a Formula 1 strategist. Maybe they do. Right. You're going to push like crazy as well for a little bit to try and get back after those two. I think it's the Bancroft cars. The two blue machines. But yeah, we'll be able to go faster in the later stages of this race. Oh, you turn that down because otherwise you're going to wreck. Just remembered. Got to pay attention. Got to pay attention to that bar. Because, you know, if it stays up in the red zone for too long, they are going to crash. Von Heim has made up a place and is stuck behind Rodriguez again. Has now got past. Good work. We're pulled well clear of Maldonado, which is what we were needing. Right, you burn some fuel. You burn some fuel for a little bit. I mean, certainly for Pellegrini, it's got a nice bit of clean track. Yes, there's probably some lightning going on. You know, they were not fussed about racing in the lightning in the 1970s. Yeah, they were just kind of going for it. Von Heim is making some good time here. We'll turn your engine back down. How much fuel you got? 4.7 laps. That's fine. We can possibly... What other laps looking like? Your laps 43.8, 44.2. They're going to have to stop again, though. I mean, I'm just looking at their tyre wear. Like, they're going to have to stop again. We don't. Although, I mean, they are going to be quick at the end of the race. Yeah. DuPont is hanging on to 8th. Which we are now catching. We're now starting to get stuck in traffic, which is less than ideal for Pellegrini, but that's fine. The Ferraris, oh no. For God's sake. trying to unlap themselves. It's all gone horribly wrong. God damn it. It was actually looking quite good for us. It was looking good for us. And Pellegrini has binned it with not that many laps to go. I mean, okay, DuPont is going to have to pit. Maldonado, Woods, LaRousse all surely going to have to pit. Von Heim does not have to pit anymore. Von Heim is good till the end of the race. Now, I suspect the only car really within a lap... Yeah, DuPont is the only car within a lap of us. So when they pit... Well, either they will pit or they will be on absolutely garbage tyres for the rest of the race. Von Heim is in the best conditioned tyres, basically, of this lot. We will whack up the fuel mode and we will see what... Mikko Kunkunen? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one there correctly or not, but they have had a wreck. I mean, we're definitely going to have time. I mean, this is helping all the other cars that are trying to eke their tyres to the end of the race. So, an anonymous gifter gave God a subscription. Well, thank you very much. I mean, God is subscribed to FailRace. What more do you want? What more do you want? Thank you very much indeed. It's very much appreciated. We used to have a rolled car salute to God. I feel like that is a new one. That is a new one, and I'm quite impressed. But yes, thank you very much indeed. We are going to now just absolutely hammer the tyres, I think, till the end of the race, because we might be able to catch the dying DuPont car. That's the goal here. Although Von Heim having a scruffy lap isn't going to help. Come on, we're going for 7th place now. We're definitely getting there, but we've only got a couple of laps to go, and I can't keep you at that pace because I can't run the risk of you crashing, and I can't have 2 DNFs on the first race. Come on, Von Heim, you've almost got there. We're going to absolutely try and send it on the final lap. You've got to the back of 7th place. I believe points go down to 10th. I think they use the modern Formula 1 system from what I remember. But there we go. Now we will get another lap because the Ferraris haven't crossed the line. I just can't. I can't leave it at that because it's just the risk of crashing on the final lap of the race is immense. We're going to be too far back. I tried to lessen it. It's going to be 8th. It's going to be 8th for us. I mean, look, it's points. It is points in our first race. I mean, we expected the Ferraris and McLarens. We should have had somewhere around there. Although, with the safety cars, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure Pellegrini would have been very fast at the end of that race had we been able to, but... There you have it. We lost out to one of the Wayland cars. We beat the 2 Venera cars. Oh, sorry. Okay, so they're the Venera. They're the Bancroft ones. They're the white with blue. There's a lot of blue going on. The Aprils didn't do great. The Knights didn't have a great time. But yeah, 8th does get points. 8th gets points. It's not the worst we could have had. It's not the worst we could have had. But it could have been so much more. Could have been so much more. Funnily enough, Ferrari rather lead the Constructors' Championship after that one. Oh, we completed the objective though. Yay! We got some money. Fantastic. Is Von Heim from... Is that Liechtenstein flag? I don't actually... I think it is. I think I recognise it. I could be... you could have made that up and I wouldn't be completely sure. But, yeah. I think you are actually... I think it is. I think that is Liechtenstein's flag, which is quite cool. There we go. It's something to start with. Sponsors, okay, what are the challenges? Use every dry compound during a race. I mean, that is if it's a dry race. Finish on the podium a race without using the highest engine push mode. Well, that's never happening. I'm in the wrong car for that. That one might happen. Of course, the wet race, like, we didn't have any chance to experience any different dry tyre combinations on that one. It was just a miserable race. So yeah, can we? Okay, we can upgrade bits on the car. I mean, the steering's kind of buggered on that one. Von Heim's car is a bit of a mess. Despite the fact that Pellegrini wrecked it, Von Heinz is the one that's absolute wreck. I say an absolute wreck, but it should be good to go into this race, I think. Michael, thank you very much for the super chat saying, what is faster, hot or cold? Hot, you can catch a cold. Oh, dearie me. You are going to get a boo from me, and you are going to get a boo from chat, and you are fully deserving of your boo right there. Drake, thank you bits. Saying, God loves FailRace, so he'll love our Sunday GTA streams. I bet it's because of Grief of Jesus. Oh, yeah, we thankfully haven't had to deal with Grief of Jesus for a long time. Oh, bloody Grief of Jesus and their shenanigans. What, okay, do we only have one compound of tyre? Is that it? Well, I mean, that does make life much easier if that is how it works. I guess we can use all compounds of tyres. In this does look like not an easy track to overtake on for anything. Yeah, we will send them out. We will not expect too much. Honestly, if we can qualify in the top 10, I will be relatively happy. You know, we're not going to expect miracles whatsoever here. But yeah, we're looking for just trying to eke out some points, essentially, when we can. Is it only soft in qualifying? Do you know? I honestly, I can't remember. It's been a little while since I played this game. What do we want? I feel like we possibly want to focus on steering for this track. I'm going to try... sure, we'll do that one. Yeah, I feel like we want to try and focus on steering. I feel like this is a very technical circuit. While there is a long start-finish straight, it feels technical. Feels like we possibly want to up the steering as much as possible. So there we have it. Kelly saying there was a real F1 driver from Luxembourg. There was. I don't know who it was, but I do know there was one. I'm going to guess that most of these characters and a lot of this is kind of based on the actual 70s stuff. So it would make sense that there is drivers and the like that are based upon. Some of the actual drivers from that period. Well, Pellegrini's onto the top of the table, which is nice. It's not going to stay there, but it's nice. But actually, Roos has gone behind. Well, Pellegrini's, that's a hell of a lap. But well, okay, no, never mind. Jeez, take it back. I take it back. That was actually a much more impressive lap from the Ferrari. So as much as I do want to improve the steering on the cars, I'm also trying to make the most of the the options that come up. So if a good option comes up for another part of it, I kind of try to do that too. I don't know whether it's the right way to go. I also don't know whether to cheese it and whether you're better going an out lap, calling him in to then immediately tune the car and then do another so you don't have to do 3 laps. Oh, Pellegrini's going to have a mess of a lap. Which is not what we need. Yeah, I don't know whether that's actually a viable way of doing it. Von Heim is up into 9th. Cool. I'll take that. Alright. I mean, 5th and 10th I'd be happy with. I doubt that's where we're going to finish. But, I mean, look at all of that options. So no, we wanted steering. There we go. We want lots of steering help, I feel. Well, you've got nothing great here. Nope. Really nothing great. Well, it's going to handle as good as it can, I guess. We're going to be... Thankfully, there is no penalties for blocking or anything like that here. If you go out and get in the way of people, so be it. They're all in laps anyway. Now, we found ourselves on a nice, quiet bit of track. I like that. That works quite nicely. Both are on faster laps. Both setting personal bests. I mean, it's not going to be pole, but it is 4th and 8th. Okay. I mean, not bad. Not bad. We're going to get, what, 2 more runs probably? Maybe 3 at a push if we can get really quick turnaround times. Possibly. All right, go on then. You can go out. Perfect. That's what we like to see. Okay, so steering is good, and now we're going to try and do some other things to help Von Heim's car. We do thankfully seem to be like dropping our cars into relatively quiet bits on the circuit. It's certainly not perfect. They've both been dropped in front of cars, but I think they're cars that are going to come in. I hope. One of them is. The Lotus is not. Hopefully Maldonado will either be quick or stay out of the way. Von Heim has plummeted down the leaderboard. A lot of cars have found some speed all of a sudden, which is not what we like. Von Heim is out qualifying. This is not how this is not how the script was supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to work at all. Pellegrini, you need to figure this one out here. This is probably going to be our final opportunity. Oh, can we inch that towards? We can. Let's. Well, Pellegrini, you need a good lap now. You need a good lap in this. And I mean, Von Heim's car is nowhere near as good. Right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Can we get... I mean, I did say I wanted top 10s. I mean, 8th and 9th is still all in the top 10. We can, without weirdness, we can probably not expect to beat McLaren's, Ferraris and Lotuses. Best of the rest is where we're aiming for at the moment, which has one of the Matras and, I don't know, one of the BRMs or something that's in front of us at the moment. What are we looking like for through the first? Okay, well, Pellegrini's had a messy first sector because they're stuck behind a Ferrari. Well, the Ferrari's actually picked up the pace now, so it might not be too bad. Well, we're just lingering. They're both on 4. They're both on personal best sectors, which is good. Come on, Pellegrini is 8th, and Von Heim is 10th. It's not too bad. DuPont has beaten us. I don't know if there's anybody on a lap that's looking like they're going quicker. No, I don't think there is. Okay. We were looking for a top 10. We got both our cars into the top 10. There is no, there's no Q2, Q1, 2, and 3. Nothing like that, of course, here. I'll take it. I will take that one. I mean, always want better, but it's a solid position. Very close together. I mean, we're not a million miles away from... Well, not a million miles from the Wayland. That Ferrari had a bad time. I mean, we're only, 3 seconds off pole, but that's just how it goes. That's fine. It's fine. Right. It is going to be a dry race. What more could we ask for, I guess? Nothing weird happening going into this one, which is good. Now, what on earth do I want to do strategy-wise? I mean, do we? I feel like a little bit of a split strategy, not a terrible idea. I don't know whether the 3 compounds have to be used on all of this, like, on one car. Whether they have to be used across both cars. I'm thinking of going for a split strategy here. Pellegrini can start on the soft tyres, try and push, hope for a safety car, hope for some yellow flags or something. Von Heim can run further into the race, and we can deal with that later on. Like, more options feels like more good with this, when realistically we've not got the fastest cars here, so maybe a little bit of hoping for random luck is basically what we're doing here. Hoping for... Oh, DuPont partied a bit too hard yesterday. How very 70s. Is now hungover. They receive a -1 modifier to their abilities. Fantastic, because DuPont is in front of me. No one is on soft tyres. Christ. Okay, well, Pellegrini, now you've really got no excuses. DuPont ahead of you is hungover. So you really have not got any excuses, right? You push like crazy and try and at least get past the hungover DuPont. Von Heim's had a terrible start, and it is not gone well. We have very much McLarened it off the line. Oh, for God's sake. Well, DuPont's plummeted down the order. Pellegrini has actually got going through the next few corners, which is good. Come on, get past Steiner, and then you can. Well, we can't leave it like this for too long. God, Von Heim's had a terrible start to this one. I have to tell you to push, because you've absolutely plummeted, and everyone else is around you on old Von Heim. What's going on with you? You have really not done well here. I'm going to have to tell you to chill out as well up there. Yeah, it's just not the hard tyres seem to be working relatively well here compared to the soft tyres that I was really hoping were going to be much quicker than they are. Definitely not working well here at all. In fact, well, Costa's made the most of them, but yeah, Pellegrini's just not been able to, which is frustrating. Von Heim's kind of got into some sort of level ground in 16th place. Yippers, thank you very much for the resubscription, by the way, for the 6th month. A Rollcast salute to you from chat. Saying hi there. Always loved your videos, my dude. Oh well, thank you very much indeed. I'm glad you've been enjoying the videos. Thank you very much for the continued support. It is very, very much appreciated indeed. Apparently our team is going to bloody need it. Things are not going well here. I'm trying to whack up the fuel modes, try and get some speed into the cars. Because yeah, I mean we're really not making the most out of these soft tyres whatsoever. Von Heim's got stuck behind Rosenqvist, apparently. Not quite able to get past. Pellegrini's now up into 10th, which is back into the points. But I mean, you know, soft tyres and all that. I mean, yeah, maybe going all in on the handling was a poor choice. I guess the hope was it'd be good for lap times, and then the rest can sort itself out. Maybe some more speed would have been a good idea. Well, Von Heim is now past Rosenqvist and is going off after Rodriguez. So that, I mean, the progress is coming back to us. We are dangerously close to losing. Let's try and push again. No, because we have just lost 10th. I didn't get there in time to tell him to speed up. God damn it. Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe next time we just go all in on the engine. Or maybe we try and go for more balanced. Who knows? Who knows? We are... Okay, there we go. We are now past Silla's. How hard are they pushing? Okay. I mean, everyone is pushing relatively. No one's going full take it easy. DuPont is... Are we faster than... We are faster than DuPont at the moment. That does seem to be our rivalry at the moment. Does see, although there's a better lap than us. Von Heim's in the 53. Not sure these soft tyres were any good, to be honest with you. They do not seem to be working all that well for us, although we have just about got a little bit of a recovery going on. I mean, 7th is not out of the question here for us just yet, even if, you know, it's not been a great start. We'll, again, whack up the speed a little bit. We really don't want to fall behind Silla's, and we're going to have to pit soon anyway. We have passed DuPont, which is great. Good stuff from Pellegrini. I mean, if we come in the pits, I don't know where we're going to fall out. If we could be ahead of the 14th place, that would be really helpful, but I don't think we're going to be in all of this. Maldonado and also Ryan was in the pits. Do we... If we come in the pits now, how far do the mediums get us? The mediums seemed pretty fast, to be honest. We could potentially go mediums. Because I don't want to start losing lap time as the softs die. So I'm reckoning, well, we could go mediums and then hards to the end, although it would probably depend on the... It will depend on what we have in terms of, like, yellow flags and, you know, that. Okay, we're going to come out in 16th place. But at least we are in a relatively calm piece of circuit. So Pellegrini can kind of go for it a bit and try and make up some ground. Maybe we can go for an undercut and get 7th that way. You know, push the car a little bit. Von Heim has started to catch the car ahead. It looks like we might be able to get 13th place at some point. I'm not sure we're going to get a double points finish today, but we will try it. We will try it. All right, Ken Pellegrini, you've got brand new tyres on the car, and there is a yellow flag. Oh, that's a really an awkward spot for Von Heim. Do we pit them? I mean, I believe you will have a quicker pit stop. I mean, Von Heim is going to need some tyres at some point. And you know what we could do? We could go hard tyres, hope for another safety car, and then we could definitely put you on softs at the end. That would definitely complete the sponsor challenge, and I actually think that might be the way to go for you. Okay, we have leapfrogged Kunkinen. Let's put us into 10th. Rosenquist is still in front of Pellegrini. I don't think DuPont or Steiner have pitted. Von Heim's benefited, I think, from this in 14th. All in all, yeah, pretty good. It was a McLaren that crashed out. I didn't actually notice that one. That's helpful, actually. Lose a McLaren out of the race. That's one car that's likely to be ahead of us that won't be ahead of us. So that's, you know, more chances for points. What's that mean? Puncher, I think. As an unscheduled pit stop. It's an unscheduled pit stop for someone, but that's fine. And that's DuPont has pitted. Yes! We are ahead of DuPont! Good news! That's all we care about at the moment. We just have a rivalry with a Frenchman. I presume they're French. I don't actually know if they are or not. I'm going to say that they are. Right, you do that. You probably chill out your engine mode a little bit. We are ahead of the hungover guy. KSL Praise. Thank you very much indeed for a generous super chat. So I never get to catch you live, but I have enjoyed your content for a long time. Thanks for all the hard work. Thank you very much indeed. As ever, it is very much appreciated. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos for a long time. Long may it continue as well. Long may it continue and everything. Thank you for stopping by. Glad you've been able to catch this one. I've actually streamed something a little bit different today. I do like this game. I think it's a really, really good game. So yeah, it is nice to play something a little bit different. Now, as far as Pellegrini's on for a good lap. Just chill a little bit. Steiner and DuPont have got soft tyres. They're going to be going relatively quickly. Although we actually had a good lap here for Pellegrini, who has just got the fastest lap of the race. How have you done 44? I guess I have got you on rich engine mode, but you've done like 4 seconds quicker than the soft-tyred cars. I don't think the soft tyres are all that good. I don't think the game simulates that sort of stuff, but yeah, Pellegrini was on an absolutely monstrous lap there. I'm going to have to tell you to push a bit more, because yeah, that's going to be a problem. Are we going to get another monster lap? 44.7, yep, compared to a 44.8. Sorry, a 48.9. I'm so used to such tiny gaps. Pellegrini is absolutely monstering this sector of the race. I've completely forgotten that Von Heim is in this race a little bit, because we've been focusing on Pellegrini doing some fastest lap after fastest lap. You may have to go hard tyres. You are just absolutely on it. Jeez, that is some consistency for our driver there. I guess the track is gripping up and everything. Von Heim is just trundling around in 13th at the moment. Nothing crazy spectacular. Oh, well, I take that back. I just got up into 12th as past Rodriguez. I don't think the soft tyres work in this. I think the soft tyres are garbage. Because none of the cars on them have been any sort of fast. Pellegrini's just lost a little bit on that last lap. It wasn't in the 44s anymore. Von Heim is on the move a little bit here. We're going to just turn your engine mode down a smidge. I know. I want to keep you going quickly, but we will run out of fuel if we're not careful. So yeah, we will just do that one. And honestly, the hard tyres are not too bad around here. I think. Yeah. Okay. So Pellegrini's just starting to lose a little bit. of pace, relative pace we're talking here, is actually now just starting to lose out to the McLarens and the Lotuses, which is understandable. Yeah, because we were running the engine quite fast, and the tyres were new and everything. I'm going to have to tell you to go and boot it a little bit more. Try and get see if we can get Von Heim into the top 10. I mean, the gap. It's the last lap. Yeah, I mean, the gap back to Steiner is remaining where it is. That's kind of what we needed. Von Heim is going to have a good lap. May be able to get 11th away from Acosta. Hopefully. That would be good. I mean, at this point in the race, there isn't a huge amount that we can do. Von Heim has got up. Oh, and we are into 10th as Kunkinen has gone into the pits. Right, turn that down. Turn that down. How much fuel do we have? Still 6 laps left at the end of the race, so we can. And we can save the fuel. Basically, we're just going to save the fuel for later. Pellegrini is starting to struggle, I think. Well, I say struggle, isn't making any more progress. Von Heim, yeah, into the top 10. Rodriguez is going to have to pit. Sillers is more on Von Heim's strategy. So we will maybe be able to do something about that later on. Pellegrini, I really want to run this as long as possible and possibly go hard tyres to the end, I think is what we're going to have to do. I would have liked there to be a yellow flag, so we could have just extended it a little bit longer. If we could, just for that little bit of safety, really. I mean, we're not catching the Lotuses. They are just kind of doing their thing. Every so often, I just got to go and put Von Heim's engine up because Rodriguez is catching. It's just every so often. Just give you a little bit more power. Just go for it. What are the lap times? Last lap. Okay, we're in the 47s. We've just kind of stabilised in the 47s. I say that. And then Pellegrini is a 45.8. You were stabilising in the 47s and then you've stopped. Go and burn some fuel. We are now up into 9th with Von Heim. I'm going to get that because Silla's pitted. Weirdly pitted, has gone to soft tyres. They have to pit again. The AIs do love a good pit stop. I'm not going to lie to you. Pellegrini's having a bad lap. The AIs really do love a good pit stop. LaRousse is, wrecked their soft tyres. Admittedly, Pellegrini's tyres are now really starting to hurt. Don't really want to leave it too much longer. We're going to probably drop in. We'll do one more lap, I think. Hard tyres. Oh, they're not going to go to the end. They can go to the end if we tell them to chill out a bit. Can we get you another lap? Okay, we'll go for another lap or two on these mediums. I think everybody's trying to get to a point where they can put hards on and go to the end. I think that's what we're seeing here from LaRousse, from Moretti, Rodriguez possibly as well. So yeah, that was on the medium wear strat. That wasn't on the max wear strat, I don't think. So yeah, I'm going to give it another couple of laps, I think, just to be careful on there. Von Heim's got loads of tyre life left. In fact, actually, you can probably push the engine mode up because you've got clear air. You might as well go to some fast laps. That'd probably be a good idea. Now, okay. Did it say max? I might have clicked on that by accident then. Okay, either way, now you're going to be fine. And you're going to be fine, and not only that, you're going to be fine, and I can push you in this. Okay, and you've come out in 6th as well, even better. You can do this, and we can, give it a bit of the fuel burn because you're in clean air. Von Heim, what was your last lap looking at? 42.6. Bloody hell. Maldonado has crashed. How very fitting. It is a red flag. Does that mean we all get to change tyres? I think it does. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, Maldonado. That is a big crash for Maldonado as well. It promotes us up into 5th and 6th, and Von Heim will potentially get a free pit stop, I believe. We may as well put on some new hard tyres because it's a free pit stop for you. And do we, I would say we'll just put on some new hard tyres for you as well. Pellegrini's done the all-tyre strategy. I don't see any reason not to swap Von Heim's tyres in this one. So there we go. Unfortunately, I think we do have to now go through another grid start, which we haven't been very good at. But there we go. Cora, thank you for the bits saying Von Heim grew up a mime. Oh no. I'm going to give you a boo for terrible rhyming at this point. So there you go. Michael, thank you very much for the super chat. So I read that drivers in the 70s F1 had a 20% chance of death every time they got in the car. Imagine the passion or courage to do that every time. They were mad. I don't know what the actual numbers. I have heard similar sort of numbers. Like certainly, I think wasn't that like the louder one? It's like he would accept 20%, but any more than that, and he wouldn't. Something like I think that's regardless. They were nuts. These cars were crazy. The safety was not there. The cars were very, very fast. And while Formula One is motorsport in general is dangerous, yeah, they were absolutely bonkers. There's no doubt about it. Right, we are off and underway again. Pellegrini and Von Heim have. Oh well. Okay, because they're a lap down. So. Unfortunately, well, Von Heim's not had a great start here. Has dropped down to 8th. Pellegrini had a good start, but is like a lap down on that. But yeah, we will now just chill out your engine modes and a little bit for that. I mean, I guess DuPont and Stillers are on mediums. They're going to struggle to make it to the end in this one. March is... There's a couple of... Ryan's going to have to pit again. The McLaren's never making it. I don't think LaRousse is, unless the Lotuses are much better on tyre wear. I think most of the medium shod cars are going to have to pit again at some point, but we will see. Or they're just going to be really slow by the end of the race. So I guess this is currently a little bit of the phase of try and manage the hard tyres and hope that that we can make something happen. Right, Pellegrini, you've ran away. There's no point pushing Pellegrini up to the Lotus because they're a lap down. So there's nothing that we can do about passing that car realistically. So we're better off just following them and not losing lap time, sort of tangling with them if we can help it. Von Heim is trying to get an overtake and is currently not working. That is a shame. Do I whack up? I mean, we can tell them to push a bit harder with the old driving style. Everyone is pushing. I mean, those tyres are just not going to last on them. I mean, the tyres are going to be a bit close on my car if we keep pushing hard, trying to make progress. So, yeah, the mediums are surely not going to... I mean, you can already see how much wear they've had on them ones as DuPont and Sillers are trying to catch up to the lead of the Heskeths. No one's focusing properly. God damn it. Turn that down. How is your laps at the end? 4 and something laps. Right, whack that engine mode up. Neither of you are on good laps. Right. Okay, what we want. Pellegrini, go and do a monster lap, please. Just pull away from the cars behind, and then we will turn that down again, because I don't want you doing that. I mean, this is going to be, I think, one hell of a lap. LaRousse is slowing down because of tyre wear, and Pellegrini has absolutely smashed the fastest lap of the race. 37.9. It's like 3 seconds quicker than anyone else. Well, I mean, yeah, that's quite fast. The hard tyres are actually not bad. I mean, do we... Okay, Von Heim, let's see if you can get past 7th place. We're going to give you a lap on maximum effort. See if you can do this. I know you're trying to overtake Sillers, and you have done good work. Now, you'll get... Well, I mean, we can maybe give you another maximum effort lap trying to get past. I mean, Von Heim just did 39.8, which is very quick. Not as fast as... And we have got past DuPont. No, we haven't. We are, well, battling with DuPont. But there wasn't a blue car between our two vehicles, but they are very close. They are going side by side all the way around these final few corners. Come on, Von Heim, you can do it. I really want to turn the engine mode and the driving mode down I'm going to have to do it, because otherwise there's a really big risk of you crashing. And we were trying to go for that double points finish in this. I think Von Heim will find a way past eventually in all of this. No. For now, the blue car has survived. It lives to fight another day. Ryan is going to have to pit and is going to probably lose out on a podium, although we'll be fast at the end. There is something to be said for that. But yeah, it's going to lose out to the Ferraris overall. DuPont has kind of recovered. How much fuel have we got? We've got plenty. Right. Von Heim has had a little bit of a rest. And then, actually, yeah, Ryan will finish third, because LaRousse has fallen far too far back. I didn't realise how far back the Lotus had got. DuPont is absolutely flying all of a sudden, but it's just cooked their tyres, I should think. They're going to have to go in again. I mean, we technically don't necessarily need to overtake on track, but I want to overtake on track. Steiner and Rosenquist have pitted. Remember when we were worrying about Steiner? Like, we were trying to overtake them? They've just not really been a factor in this one. Ryan has pitted and has come out behind LaRousse, but will have soft tyres till the end of the race. The second we've whacked up the engine settings, Von Heim has absolutely caught the back of DuPont and has now passed. Good work. We will keep this like this. We'll try and get a lap. Try and get another good lap in. What was that lap time? That lap 39.2. It's pretty good. Just make sure you are well clear of DuPont and then turn that down. What's your fuel looking like? 4.2, 2.7. So we can go and give you a little bit of extra fuel burn now. You can pull away. Yeah, all the mediums are dying. I don't think they're going to want to pit with the mediums. I don't think they're going to want to pit again this close to the end of the race. Which means they're just not going to be able to do anything. Steiner might actually get a bunch of places with these dying, tired cars. Depends on how... No, Pellegrini, you don't have a bad lap now. We're going to do the... just hold station. Just hold where you are. Don't do anything stupid. And that would be good. A 5th and 6th, I would not turn down whatsoever. Von Heim's in the zone. Okay, go on. Let's see if you can go get a fast lap. See if you can go and beat... Oh, Moretti's beaten our fastest lap of the race. Can Von Heim go and get a fastest lap of the race? No, not quite. It's 37.7. And Von Heim's on another good lap. Well, you know what? We'll give you another chance to go round and get a fast lap. Ryan's gone even quicker. I don't think we'll get a 36.5 somehow. Oh, it's a 36.7 though. Good effort. Good effort considering you're on hard tyres at this point. The hard tyres are almost as quick as new soft. I'm not sure the compounds are quite working how they're supposed to. Because, yeah. Either way, DuPont's faded massively. We're now 12 seconds clear. Sillers did have to pit, which we thought they would. Yeah, Steiner, as I said, Steiner's actually coming up. I mean, it may be that the temperature or something's affecting the soft. The softs actually were terrible on my car anyway. At the start of this race, it really just didn't work for us in the slightest. So, yeah, I mean, maybe you've got an element of that. All right, go on. We're going to give both our drivers. I mean, this feels unnecessarily risky, but we're going to give both our drivers a chance to go for a fast lap. Although I think Pellegrini's going to get stuck in traffic trying to go for a quick lap here. You know, the glory runs. What will we see? 37.2 and 36.4. Not quite the fastest, but good laps from the pair of them. Not quite going to get a bonus point for fastest lap of the race. Unfortunately, with the red flag, with everything how it panned out, we were a lap down, and there's just nothing we could do about LaRousse, about catching that Lotus. But a 5th and 6th, honestly, pretty good. DuPont's car has died completely. Those tyres are absolutely wrecked. Steiner was doing quite well, but has fallen away massively at the end in this one. I'm surprised there hasn't been a lot of punches going on at the end of this. I mean, we are going to finish in very, very respectable positions in this one. It is a 5th and 6th for the two Hesketh cars. Rodriguez has got a puncher right at the end, but it will not matter. Somehow DuPont finished despite hungover and on absolutely dead tyres. Okay, Maldonado survived. God, we had 2 big crashes in the first 2 races. Rodriguez was fine from the first one. Maldonado's going to miss a race, but is okay. Yeah, 35.8 for Ryan. We could not quite get that, which is not too bad. So, yeah, 5th and 6th. Considering the absolutely shocking start we had in this race, yeah, I will take that. Oh yeah, Norwegian fan. We are managing Hemlock, which is essentially the Hesketh team. We had a big battle with the Wayland cars that in the end, yeah, our strategy just worked considerably better than they did. The Matra was up in 8th. Steiner, I thought Steiner was going to do a lot better. Maybe being a lap down cost them, I don't know. Felt like it was going to be a lot better. Helped us, the 5th and 6th was helped by those 2 having a crash. They were always going to be one of the main rivals. They wrecked. That's potentially 2 positions for us. But yeah, that is a good start. I mean, we actually got the 2nd most points of any team in that round, which is cool. And we completed all of the challenges. So there's another $10 for us. Maldonado is going to miss the next round. God, DuPont is still ahead of us in the championship. That just will not do. That will not do. But yeah, I mean, overall, we're never expecting to beat those top 3. But if we could get 4th in the championship, that'd be fine. Okay, so Lotus have a new driver. Cars are actually in pretty good nick because we fixed them in the pit stops. Ooh, Monza. So mainstay, which means it will show more like show on the calendar. Wide makes it easier to overtake. And high speeds. Dangerous. Crash fatality chance plus 50%. Don't crash anyone. I mean, Monza is, of course, notoriously a very, very dangerous and a very, very fast circuit. So yeah, fixing the cars in the red flag was actually kind of helpful. Never gonna, there's an added bonus for red flags in this one. We can. Oh, it's all gonna be a wet Monza. Oh no. It's not what anybody wants. Right, quickly go out. Like, just go out immediately. I mean, it looks like it's kind of damp, and that's going to be your best bet, and then it's going to get very damp on this one. Yeah. Well, I mean, unfortunately, we've got some traffic in our lap here. Which isn't great. Yeah, it wasn't great laps for us, particularly. Right, let's whack up. I mean, we probably want some engine performance, don't we? You can go out because we're really only going to get sort of 2, maybe a 3rd chance at laps here. Because afterwards it's going to get too wet to be setting anything competitive. Now we will continue going, trying to get like the setup and everything, but our chance at a good qualifying is really here. 6th and 10th. I mean, honestly, if that's where we lined up on the grid, I'd take it. But we're going to get 1 more go, I think, which is something. I guess we're going to try and whack up the engine. The aerodynamics is not great on your car, but it'll do. Let's just whack up the engine and steering. There we go. Alien, I don't know why the qualifying session is longer for this round. Do you make a very good point? I have zero idea. I'm guessing they have different sorts of sessions depending on something for some reason or other. No idea. Yeah, not sure. Not sure at all. Okay, 9th and 12th. Again, we will probably get to go again. Okay, we're giving you maximum effort in the engine. We are now in a very dangerous setting. It has just started raining and we're sending our cars out on slicks. And everyone else is on slicks. I'm hoping the track will just stay dry enough for us to get one more push lap in. I think it's got too wet. Well, Von Heim's on a better lap. Pellegrini's not going to improve. Von Heim has out-qualified Pellegrini because I don't think it's getting any better than that. I think it'll now be too wet for... I mean, cars are still coming out on softs, but I don't know if they're going to be setting any better times. I mean, I'm trying to see who's on a lap. So March is on a lap. Are they going to set a new... There are still some times tumbling. Maybe we will give it a gamble. I mean, like, I'm sending the cars out because I'm sending them out for tuning, but it's whether I send them out on softs and hope that it's still just about dry enough to go for something. It's a bad lap for Pellegrini as well, which is not what we need. I think it's got too wet. Yeah. It has now got... It's not that bad. Like, we'll continue sending them out for tuning purposes, but I think it's got too wet to really be improving at the moment. Come on. Ooh, okay. That's good. That's perfect. Should probably try and do some like aerodynamics or something. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to be on... Oh, nope, did that one wrong. I guess we have to go on intermediates. I guess we will see what the times are like on these compared to the cars around us. Yeah, no one's setting faster lap times. I mean, I doubt we're going to be setting... Like, no one is going to be setting faster lap times. It is now too wet. What are our laps? Yeah, okay, 27, 26. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to go faster. Sadly, I think we are done with 10th and 11th in this, which, I mean, it's not terrible, but it is not... It's not necessarily what we wanted, although... We saw the race strategy in the last one. We didn't really matter where we qualified. We had such a garbage start to the race that it was all kind of irrelevant. And, we still came out with a really good result. So, even if we have a terrible qualifying session, there is definitely a chance for us. And it does look like, Von Heim is going to, for the first time this season, get a qualifying victory over... Oh, come on. Just nudge... There we go. Towards the... towards the golden zone there on the setup. Which, I mean, the cars are going to be well set up. It might help us. Just wet Monza feels really bad. Well, Von Heim, I'm glad this lap is going to be a breeze because it's not going to go any faster. I mean, you have just set... But pretty good 25, which was pretty good, given the conditions. But of course, yeah, not going to be doing much. Right. Could we get a second... Oh, look at that! Yes, we can. I mean, Pellegrini, we've given you the best possible car we could, I think, in this, really. You have got... I mean, you've got a pretty good car as well. It's not going to be perfect, but... I mean, it's actually going to get quite close, because we'll get this lap, we'll get one more chance in afterwards. I don't think I've ever had a full golden setup on the car. No excuses to the drivers now. Or no excuses to me. Probably more to the point. Right. We'll send you out. Oh. Nah, not quite. It's got close. It has got close. You have come in. Oh, look at that. Well, Von Heim has the perfect car. Pretty much. Can't do any better than that, really. Yeah. Right, so the fastest lap really was the first lap. It just never Never improved. Oh, sorry. That's their fastest lap. Our fastest lap was... Okay, it did improve a little bit. Just as it started raining, we got our lap in. But yeah, there we go. The setup is good. Qualifying is complete. There is nothing more we can do. Please be a dry race. Or I don't even know what I want, to be honest. Is it going to be chaos? Probably. Probably. I am slightly concerned. Cora, thank you for the bits. So, Von Heim, driving's sublime. I'm just going to boo you every time you do some random rhyming. I think I am. I think we're going to boo you every time. Although Von Heim had a good qualifying session. Like, we can't argue with that. Von Heim has got their car into the top 10 just about. Not great from the Hemlock cars, but we can only... can only get better. Looks like we're going to start wet. Potentially dry, although last time it looked like it was going to dry, it then pissed it down with rain later on anyway, so who knows? Who knows what yours are going to be. Okay, it looks suspiciously similar to Watkins, doesn't it? They really want to start on Inters? I guess. Actually, yeah. I guess when you look at it, the range, the wet weather range, because it is going to just get into the wet weather territory, but then it's going to fall back down. So, you see where the line is on the wet range gauge is where the track is at the moment, I presume. So it's going to go slightly out of intermediate range there, but it's going to fall back so quickly into intermediate range that you wouldn't want to be running the wet tyres. It's tempting on a gamble, but no, there's no, like, it's tempting to throw the dice at some points, but even if it pours it down with rain here, you'd have lost so much time because you'd have to pit anyway. So yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I mean, there's a good chance there will be a safety car or something going on. Feels like there is a good chance of a safety car going on a lot of the time when we do this. We are off and we are underway here at Monza. We have already lost out slightly to everyone, which is kind of par for the course. We just don't... Well, I tell a lie, actually. Pellegrini's had a great start. Von Heim has not. Pellegrini has just sent it and is all the way up into 8th. Von Heim's recovered slightly back to 13th now, seeing as they were 15th. Pellegrini's up to 6th, has overtaken a Ferrari at Monza and all that. You know we're doing well when you've overtaken a Ferrari at Monza. Von Heim has climbed back up into 11th. Yeah, let's turn that down before someone has a crash. Mainly Pellegrini. In fact, one of the Ferraris has plummeted all the way down to 8th. They're not having a good start. Although they're taking it easy on their tyres, so maybe that's why. Just bringing the tyres in sensibly, perhaps. Because, well, yeah. Although one of the Ferraris is leading the way, so there is that. Pellegrini has now slipped down to 8th place, having gone for a little bit of a chill-out session, because we were running the risk of breaking something important. Right, we'll go back for pushing hard now for a lap. We really wanted to try and get Von Heim up into 9th so they could get clear of that traffic, but it doesn't really look likely. Can we get the cloud out of the way of my display, please? It's always DuPont. That seems to be DuPont in the Wayland is the one that we are going to be fighting with. I just can't leave them at that level because they're going to crash if we aren't careful. Let's hope, again, wanted to get Von Heim through this traffic, but just can't quite do it. Scarb? I don't know how to pronounce your name. The other Lotus is not having a great time, particularly, which we may be able to do something about. Ooh, that just doesn't look fun, does it? Looks like it's going to get quite wet in this race. Let's just whack those down. And Von Heim is just not going anywhere at the moment in that group, so let's just not waste all of the fuel. It is always DuPont again. Of course it's bloody DuPont. Although they have got clear of the Lotus now. We're getting stuck behind the Lotus. The problem we're going to have actually here is we're going to kill the intermediates. We're going to kill the intermediates. We're going to have to pit here. We're going to have to pit somewhere like here. And then... what the hell do you do? Unless... Right. Conserve will get us not far enough. Really. I mean, what we can hope... even if we get a yellow flag, it's not going to help us. I mean, we can conserve and try and stretch it as long as possible. You know, we can really try and go as far as possible so we can go straight to the wets. The concern I have, of course, is we're going to lose so much time trying to save the tyres for long enough that we might as well have pitted and, you know, not done that, basically. I don't know whether it's going to work out this one. And it's not really working for Von Heim, who is just falling back through that little pack of cars. And Pellegrini's going to start losing out to cars behind. They have put on wet tyres. Okay. So they've all seen the rain coming. So everyone who's pitting is going on to wets that are not going to be very good at the moment. I mean, I guess we can try and run... What times are they doing? Last lap, 29. I mean, so the Lotus was in a 35. So their tyres are going to absolutely be hating it at the moment. So even our dying tyres are... Oh, no, wait, they've gone faster. Yeah, they have started pushing now. I mean, DuPont is about to overtake us on this weird strategy that we're trying here. I mean... well, we're doing the same strategy as the McLarens and the Ferrari, who have now come in. We're going to have to pit because we are now losing too much time. Oh, well, that helps. Rodriguez has crashed and is out. That has just definitely made my mind up for me. That is helpful. That is very helpful. So we should come out in... we came out in 8th. That might help Von Heim, who is going to come out in 11th. So Pellegrini didn't really make anything up in that one. However, Von Heim has made the most of it. And, of course, we just have better tyres than everybody around us at the moment. Whether we're going to be able to do one less pit stop overall over the course of the race, I don't know. But this stage of the race, we're going to be very quick. Rinaldi is... surely not going to be particularly fast with the March car in this one. So we should be able to chase down the Lotus. We can maybe chase down DuPont. Maybe. Vuber, thank you very much for the resubscription for the 9th month. A roadcast salute to you from chat. Thank you indeed for the support. As ever, it is always very, very greatly appreciated indeed. Right, let's go and push a little bit here with these. Let's go and push. While DuPont is a fair way up the road, with the way this game works, you can genuinely be making like 3 or 4 seconds a lap up at times. So it is not out of the question that we could go and chase down DuPont's car. That is possible. I mean, we could try and stretch the tyres to the end of the race, but I'm not sure that's the fastest way to do it, with how much time we would potentially be losing. We are struggling to pass the Lotus. Von Heim is trying to get past. If you can get past Rinaldi, then we can possibly turn down. Okay, you have now done. I mean, do we try and coax? We're gonna split the strategy. We're gonna try and coax Von Heim to the end of the race, but then the problem is he's just lost too much time in that, and again going to lose so much time trying to do that. I'm not sure it's the best way to go. Pellegrini, I'm not going to coax you to the end of the race. We're going to go try and chasing down after DuPont if we can. Oh, you're in the zone? Well, you know what, have some more fuel and go for it. Yeah, I mean, Von Heim, if you can maybe... I mean, we can't leave you on that much fuel for long, but we won't. DuPont's tyres are almost gone. We close the gap down to 15 seconds, which is good. But we're just going to turn that down. Okay, fuel burn. I'm just going to try and give you a lap or two to get away, if at all possible. Not so worried about the Lotus. Okay, you're going to finish with not a huge amount of fuel left, but I kind of can't now push any further with you. DuPont has pitted, so that has promoted us into 6th place. I don't think running to the end is going to work for us, really. Unfortunately, I think what's going to be my best bet is maybe run a little bit longer and then push like crazy at the end. Try and make the most of our tyre advantage. Oh wait, we haven't even got very long left to go. Okay. Nah, they're not going to make it. What we're going to do is we're just going to go wet tyres and then absolutely hammer them till the end. Because, yeah, we're going to have to pick. It would be tempting not to, but they're just not going to make it otherwise. I don't think. Pellegrini is not going to be able to do anything back there. Oh, we lost out to the Lotus. All right. Burn some fuel. Wow, okay. So you will be very close on fuel. Yeah, we've got a couple of... no, this is actually the final lap of the race. Although we may have a little bit more to go. Right, you push like crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we'd left out Von Heim, I think we were going to get 11th anyway. Yes, we've got past the Lotus anyway, into 7th at least. It is going to be... Let's just turn that engine down and let's not have a crash in the Parabolica. It's going to be 7th. DuPont has bested us this time. However, I'm not sure we quite made the most of the strategy in that one. I don't know. I feel like we could have maybe beaten DuPont. Maybe we should have pitted sooner because we weren't able to really make the most of the better tyres. I think we were just too far back anyway, realistically, to do too much there. The wet weather at Monza did not particularly help. But yeah, it was quite odd for a 70s race in the rain at Monza. There was one DNF. Nothing really silly happened. Ferrari's first and second. I mean, good news for them. The McLaren in third. Yeah, we could only manage 5th overall. But we completed our little sponsorship thing. We still sit 7th and 8th in the championship. Not too far behind. Well, they were French. I was right. I didn't actually check. But we are not far behind DuPont. We are still ahead of Wayland, though, overall, from our one good race. What sponsor challenge? Golden tune the steering on one of your cars. Finish in the top 10 in a race without using the highest engine push mode. I mean, could I do that? Maybe. But I do tend to use the engine push modes a lot. I reckon that one. I mean, I want to be golden tuning the steering anyway. Let's face it. Oh, Maldonado is back. Fantastic. Good to see Maldonado. Cora, thank you for the bits saying you convinced me I need this game. It is a very good game. I mean, it's a lot more of a management light sort of a game. It's not as anywhere near as in depth as something like Motorsport Manager or whatever. I do enjoy Motorsport Manager, but yeah, this is a lot more of a lighter version of it. But it is good fun. It is good fun. It is. Oh, I should knock my microphone with my drink. It is surprisingly involving considering the fact you are just literally watching dots on a screen. This is another dangerous track. There's another dangerous track here. Not that Monza was, you know, particularly dangerous as it turned out. Oh, it's raining again. We are not allowed a dry session. Well, I mean, we absolutely are going out as soon as we can. It is just very, very wet. That is what we have got going on. For this, at least we're going to get a clean run around here. I mean, we technically have the best condition the track will be in, I guess. We will probably get one more run on a dry tyre. Wasn't the best kind of start for us. Right, it wanted us to have the steering as a golden setup, didn't it? Right, you can have something like that. And then we will just chuck the cars out as quickly as possible and hope that we can not get caught in traffic. Doesn't look like it's going to be great for Pellegrini. He's going to get stuck in that traffic. It's not the worst it could have been, but it could have been so much better, and Von Heim's not had a good run. It is definitely not the nicest weather. I don't know what's going on with this. It really is desperate for us to be racing in these absolutely atrocious conditions. Sure, let's just try and max out some different spots for your car. I mean, we are getting to the point where it's not far away from no more improvements. So, Pellegrini, this is the lap. This is the lap. Okay, you're both in the zone. That's good, because you're probably not going to get another decent shot at this on slick tyres. So, this is the lap, and you're not improving. You're just not improving at all. Maybe it's too wet. No one is improving. Well, apart from Steiner, apparently, who found a little bit of pace. But other than them, no one else is improving. What is Steiner going to do in terms of a lap time? Steiner has also not improved in the grand scheme of things, or not improved their position. I think it's got too wet. I think it has now got too wet. Hey, okay. I'll try once more, but I don't think it's going to matter here. We'll send one out on slicks and one out on inters. We are the only car running out on inters, but I do think it is now too wet. I think it's kind of time. Well, Pellegrini is in the zone, but everyone has swapped to inters now. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Pellegrini, yeah, 53. I mean, it was technically slightly faster than the intermediate lap, but it was not fast enough anymore. It was worth the little bit of tuning, and we will again continue to keep sending the cars out, doing bits of tuning along the way. But yeah, once again, we are locked into our qualifying position. It is the top 10, you know. I can't be too upset. Bloody DuPont is ahead of us. In fact, both of the Wayland cars are. Kyrin, thank you very much for the super chat, by the way, with a currency I don't think I've ever seen before. COP, C-O-P? I don't think I've come across that one before. It is the fun game we play here with YouTube super chats is of currencies I've not seen before. But no, thank you very much. So I feel like I've seen this before. I wonder why. Yes, a wet Imola. Who would have... Oh, Rodriguez has crashed again. That's like the first 4 races. That's 2 serious crashes Rodriguez has been in. Oh dear. Well, that's going to cut short our qualifying session, rather. I mean, I'm hoping Rodriguez will survive this one, let's face it. Yeah, that is. It's not. Carlos Rodriguez is a Final Destination protagonist. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it wasn't really one of the cars. I mean, we've kind of been close to them. They're not really been a big contender for us, particularly. Oh, they have to. Okay, they do have to set a new lap time, so they can't. You can't do the cheesy in and out strategy with them. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Oh, some cars going really slowly. What is going on back there? Why are they going so slowly? That's really odd. Really odd. Steiner, well, not that anyone was going to improve in that one at all, but Steiner just seemed to have just stopped driving at some point. No one was improving their lap time, so it didn't really matter. It's 9th and 10th for us. Kato asking, how do you have a big crash there? I mean, these were the 70s Formula 1 cars, right? Something probably broke on the car. Put the power down out of there, and you know, suspension breaks. I mean, it's wet. Maybe you put a wheel on a painted line or something. Put a wheel on the grass, getting ready to turn in. Or possibly, you know, put your foot down. I say maybe run a bit wide. But, yeah, you know, something breaking on the car is so likely. With these, I would assume that it would be a mechanical failure that led to a crash, engine blow up, half shaft, any like diff seize, gearbox blow up, any of those kind of things feels very possible with these kind of cars. So that's probably how they ended up crashing there. I mean, they did still end up in 18th place because the night cars couldn't do anything. But there we go. Well, apparently they are fine, and it looks like, once again, who would have thought it? We've got another wet race for you today. It looks like it's going wet, dry, wet, and then who knows what's going to happen afterwards. I feel like we're going to be in the wet conditions for a lot of this. Ooh. Oh, this feels very dicey on what tyres do you run here. I mean, I feel like the wets seem like a better option, right? It feels like it's in the wet range. It's gonna get better then, but you're going to be on wets again anyway, because you're going to be immediately have to pit regardless there. So it feels like you're going to be on wets. I'm surprised the game wanted us to start on inters. It feels like a wet tyre is the wet. While it is definitely, you know, around the... It's on the kind of borderline here. It's just going to get wetter. Yeah, I feel wet's the way to go. Curious to see what the AIs have done. If they're all on inters, maybe we will have a little advantage here. They are not. Francesco Silva, crew chief for McLaren, feels invigorated. Oh. Rodriguez has escaped death again, or even injury again, which is quite good going. Do we just... I'm determined to try and get a good start here. Right. Okay, Pellegrini's in the zone. Von Heim is lost a place immediately. Although there's a lot of... Oh, Pellegrini has jumped past DuPont. Good work. Pellegrini's had all sorts of good starts. That's what we like to see. Actually, hassling a McLaren at the moment. Right, just calm it down now. You've had a good start. Let's not get too carried away. And then we're going to just kind of chill you out as well. I mean, yeah, Pellegrini can get a good start. Has had a terrible start. Had a terrible start in the second race in Spain, but can and occasionally does get those good starts. I mean, 7th and 10th, not awful, off the line. We've got to keep an eye on DuPont, of course, our main rival throughout all of this. Do we try and just push... I mean, we might just try and push them a little bit. Main goal is just to keep... Certainly to keep 7th. Not likely to chase down the McLarens, barring weirdness. So, yeah, the goal is kind of keep 7th place. Oh, Pellegrini did have a bad lap now. It's. We need you to be having a better lap. we need good laps from you. I mean, the McLarens don't look... The Ferraris, again, look very good here. The McLarens don't look particularly... Very fail-racy colour scheme going on. I like it. So, you know, there is that. Hopefully Von Heim can get past done. We might just whack up, because if we could get you up into 9th, that would be helpful. More clouds cover, horrible stuff. Can you get past Steiner here? Come on. Then we can sort of turn down the engine modes a little bit. We have to put your engine mode up a bit, because Dupont is getting close. Still not found a way past that 9th place car. Still can't do it. We're going to have to back off. It was a good effort. We tried. We did everything we could. I can't decide whether the McLarens are being held up by the low ties or not. Oh, the night cars are in 12th and 13th. What's going on? They're having a very good time. Surprising. Surprising indeed. Whether they're going to stay there or not. Again, it's a wet Imola, and everyone is being very well behaved. Probably shouldn't say that, because you know what the curse of the commentator is like. But so far, everyone is being all very, very well behaved. Maldonado was dropping back and has now picked up the pace and is very much in the fight with them. We should probably turn your engine down a little bit. We're going to whack up your engine, because you're at the risk of getting passed by Sillars. So get a move on. Try and catch back up to Steiner if you can. Oh, the two night cars have pitted quite early in this one. Maldonado's dropped back down. Okay, they're all pitting very early in this. Really early. Kunkinen has had a slow pit stop. I don't know what he's going. Like, these really early pit stops are very strange to me. That is LaRousse has pitted very early as well, because you're going to have potentially even an extra pit stop, and while you will be quicker at the moment, I know I'm not going to be as quick as a Lotus. I mean, DuPont is going a bit faster. I guess, you know, if they catch up. And they're both on for a good lap. Let's just tell them to push while they're on a good lap. You know, try and get some lap speed out of the cars. Make the most of it. 54, which is faster than DuPont, and a 55. Although saying that, Steiner did a 53. I mean, so the new tyres, there is some speed in them, but they're going to surely have to pit an extra time. I suspect when we come in. Oh, it's going to dry at the end. I don't think it's going to dry very quickly, though. Half of the field has already come in and pitted. We are once again having a similar strategy to the McLarens and the Ferraris, which normally feels quite good. Question is, how long do we go? I feel like the longer we go into the race, the better. What lap? 56.8, 56.6. DuPont is at 53. We may have to pit, because we're going to start losing quite a lot of time now. Yeah, I mean, if we pit now, we'll pit again about there, and that'll see us to the end of the race. No problem at all. We shouldn't have to conserve. We should be able to attack when we want to. We're going to probably come out in about... Oh, no, we're going to come back out in 7th with Pellegrini. Fantastic. We're just going to lose out to Sillars down there, which is less good. But that's fine. I think we should be able to... Well, Rinaldi has a slow pit stop, but that doesn't really affect us. Maldonado has come out in 7th. Okay, Pellegrini's going to have a good lap. So, you know what, I might just tell you to push on for this. Go for a quick lap. We will see what you can do, just because I'm curious. What is your lap time? 49. Good work. That should have. I mean, you got a big gap to Maldonado at this point. And this is the thing, like with the way this game is, and with the way I guess this era of cars is, and so on. The pit strategies are a little bit wacky, and they can be, because there is quite a big difference. There's some really, really big gaps go on really quickly. I mean, we're only 23 laps in, and there's a 30-second gap between us and 6th. So yeah, that does happen, right? Von Heim, go on the attack for 10th. We would quite like that. We're hoping some of the leaders, honestly. Pellegrini wants to go for another fastest lap. I'm all for it. Let's go for a push. Von Heim is stuck behind Sillars. March took the lap of time away. Pellegrini couldn't do it that time around. Right, let's just chill out. Von Heim has... Oh, actually, that's because DuPont bit. They're on the 3-stop. They must be. They're going to be pitting so many times in this race. Which, I mean, I'm fine with. It kind of works for me in many ways. Well, Von Heim's kind of stuck in traffic a little bit, which is less working for us. Pellegrini's having another good lap. I don't think as much. We have got... Oh, Silla has pitted. That's how we're up into 8th now. 7th and 8th. I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to pit again after us. Sillars has crashed. Well, that's one less car for us to be racing against. That works very nicely for me. I guess we get to trundle around now and save some fuel, save some tyres. So that's fine. I'm going to guess the story I'm going to go with here is in the wet. They've just got on the power too soon coming out of the chicane. Spun it around and put it in the wall. Probably quite low speed. Nothing crazy. But yeah, enough to wreck the car and put them out of the race. Oh! Acosta's chassis has failed. They're going to retire with a broken car, but that does not affect us either. They were not ahead of us in the race. So there we go. I guess we're just going to put the engine mode up a little bit. I mean, yeah, we can't run on that, of course, all the way through, but we can push a little bit and go for it. I think chassis and whatnot should be fine. Not really got any concerns with them. 6th is 20 seconds down the road from us. The two Lotuses are quite a long way ahead of us. We're not quite going to be catching them anytime soon. We have got problems with a certain... Oh, there's another one. Oh, Maldonado's crashed. Okay, well, I take it back. Well, now that's made life a little bit easier for us again. Maldonado is living up to their namesake. 4 races and Maldonado's crashed twice. Rodriguez has crashed out of qualifying twice. Oh, Maldonado has had another accident. None of these are timing nicely for me and having a pit stop, which is frustrating, because I'd really like to have a pit stop under yellow flag conditions, of course, but none of this is helpful to me, because if we pit now, we're going to be really iffy on tyres by the end of it, so I guess we just sit and wait a little bit in this, because, yeah, there's no point pitting now. Our tyre advantage will go. So we've just got to kind of trundle around a little bit. And the good news is, fuel, it saves the fuel. Pellegrini wants to do a quick lap. That's great. DuPont still not found a way past Von Heim. And this is going to work out really nicely for us, I think. Because both have got to pit again, pretty much. And we're miles clear with Pellegrini. Von Heim's going to have a good lap as well. Lovely stuff. Might just put your engine mode down. What have you got lap-wise? 3 laps of fuel at the end, which is fine. We can just go back to normal. 2.3 laps. I mean, it gives us a little bit of safety margin, and it means we can push later on. Colin is not going to be happy with Maldonado at all. Although it's also a Lotus and it could have just broken down. Again, it could have been like a breakdown that caused the crash. But, who knows? Oh, Von Heim, don't have a bad lap now. You do not let DuPont pass. Those are, just don't let the Frenchman through. I mean, I think Pellegrini has done a pretty good job actually on the tyres. I think we're going to pit you now. And we will come out easily ahead. And to be honest, we can actually now push quite hard. If we pit you, Steiner has got parts. I mean, because they're going to have to pit anyway. So we pit you now. We can potentially undercut. Everyone is going to be relatively quick in the final portion of the race. There's very little fear of pushing and completely shredding the tyres now. In this, and it's certainly not going to dry up by the end of the race. Now the trick will be just don't let them get the car, don't get them get too stressed or whatever it is and wreck. And there we go. Okay, we are clear of, importantly, we're clear of DuPont by a fair margin. When Steiner pits, Von Heim should come out ahead. In fact, actually, you know what, might as well just push hard just to try and make sure that we can get out in front of them. Maybe not push that hard, though. Okay, now I've got a micro a little bit. Pellegrini, was your last lap? 49.3, very close to the fastest lap of the race. I mean, it's quick, but we're 31 seconds back. So, you know, we're not going to be able to do anything. DuPont jumps up into 8th. I mean, we've kind of got... I think we've got this largely under control now. 2.2 laps of extra fuel. It's just every so often, sort of just flick it up to push hard. I don't even know who Antonio Moore drives for. Oh, there's Morel. Oh, there's another... Oh, Rosenqvist has crashed. There's another one out. Again, I mean, it's a free pit stop, I guess, maybe for Rodriguez. They're probably the only car that's happy about this one. It doesn't affect us. We're all done with our pit stops. There's no reason to be pitting. I mean, Pellegrini could pit, but, you know, would put new tyres on for what at this stage? Rodriguez weirdly didn't. Oh, no. Okay, well, I mean, you've got to pit anyway. You're going to lose out to DuPont and Steiner because you've got a bloody puncher. Oh, there's another one. Was that another Pope car? I think both the Pope cars had chassis failures in this one. Von Heim, it's all gone horribly wrong with. Went through the debris field and has got a puncher. We're going to run them as hard as we can to try and catch. Can they catch up to Steiner? Can we get... I mean, we do want to push hard, but I also don't want you to crash on this one. You're up... Von Heim is right there. He's going to be fine on fuel, as is Pellegrini. We're on to the final lap of the race. Oh, it's going to be really close down here. Von Heim is up into 8th, has passed Steiner in all of this. It's a victory, and it's another 1-2 for Ferrari. It is going to be Pellegrini who's going to cross the line in 6th, which is not a bad showing, but I think DuPont is going to beat Von Heim unless Von Heim can get a great run. They can't do it. It's a 6th and 8th, honestly. Pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, that will do. Definitely, the Pope cars were absolutely skimping on their chassis. We could pit for repairs on some stuff. I mean, yeah, it's a shame we got the puncher because it would have been a 6th and 7th, to be honest, at that point. However, at least we got back into 8th, which is something. It could have been a lot worse. The field was fairly spread out at that point, so yeah, not too shabby. I mean, we get a third highest points for the constructors there. We completed some challenges. We got some more money. We're still 7th and 8th in the Drivers' Championship. We've gained a little bit of ground on the Frenchman that we very much want to beat. I love how that we are ahead of Maldonado, because Maldonado just keeps crashing out of races in this. Feels very on brand. We are 10 points ahead of Wayland in the constructors. That's good. Please don't rain. Just please do not rain. What is this one here? It's got cold. Track here makes harder to grip. Cold here makes harder to grip the track. Tyres don't get as hot and generally last a bit longer. Dangerous. I think just all the tracks are dangerous. It's a given. In the 70s they were. I mean, we probably need to build a new steering. I mean, new steering there isn't actually going to be amazing, but Okay, reliability is improved at least. So, I mean, it's actually considerably faster as well. So if we put that on car 1... Okay, it has put... so we put you on car 1, put that one there on car 2. That's not too bad. I mean, I feel like we should be okay. Mate, I don't know at what point stuff starts failing in this game. Having yeah, not really risked it. I mean, I presume the upgrade button... don't know. Well, shall we press it? Okay, so it actually does just improve reliability. That's probably a quicker fix. So it just improves reliability of the current part and improves performance a little bit. But I guess it's expensive. Although building a new one's expensive as well. So I guess this gives you bigger performance gains and everything. So it's kind of a mix. Right. Canada. Please be dry. I'd just like a dry race. A dry race would be nice. It's dry, at least in qualifying it's dry. We have got a dry session. We can it'll be vaguely normal-ish. Not that it's ever particularly normal, but maybe it'll be normal enough. Rinaldi partied a bit too hard. Oh dear. Of course, someone had to go partying. It was only Rinaldi. I mean, it's definitely not like intermediates. The track is mildly damp. I guess it rained just before the session. I don't think this is into weather particularly, but there we go. I mean, we might actually get our cars on pole position briefly, and it's Von Heim that set the fastest lap of the session. Drake, thank you for the bits, by the way, sorry. Saying haiku time, enjoy. F1 racing time. Rain happening each race. Please, no crashing soon. I mean, that's basically how it has gone. There has been an awful lot of... There's been an awful lot of rain. There's been some crashes. I mean, it's not been completely terrible. But, yeah. There has definitely been a fair amount of crashes. The Inters have gone faster than us. Which kind of surprises me. I guess we're probably at like the crossover point, maybe. Let's see if our cars are going to... Well, the second personal bests. And it's going to be 4th and 5th for the two Hesketh cars, which is not too bad. Yes, the drivers do like to party before a race. Right, so you can go out again. I mean, I'm seeing lots of the good options for upgrading. Probably upgrade or tune the steering or something. I mean, it's the times are going to tumble. The track's going to get faster as it gets drier. So it is going to be your last car on the track, probably. Well, within reason. No, it's not quite as close as modern Formula 1. This one, Pellegrini with on a lap they couldn't focus. Still put it in slightly faster than their teammate, which is not too bad. Right. I mean, we have almost got the engine fully tuned on yours. Don't know why I'm doing engine first, but we are. I feel like this is more of a twisty track, but why not? Why not give them a ridiculously powerful engine? Oh, the sun's come out. Lovely. This is what we want to see. We want to see more sun on our racing weekends. It was 8th and 12th, and now it's 10th and 12th. Maldonado's on pole at the moment. Provisional pole. What is going on? That is definitely not right. Okay, done that one well. That's what we like. So you can go out. Yeah. Again, I'm focusing on engine. I don't know if that's the way to go. it's just what I'm going to do. Maybe it'll make overtaking just that tiny little bit easier. But here we go. Pellegrini onto another lap. Are we going to? I mean, we are going faster. Oh. Pellegrini seems to just have stopped down the back straight. I don't know why. Well, that was all very weird. Well, that's very much unhelpful. Not sure what happened on that one. Very bizarre. Okay, you can have that. Again, should probably focus on the steering at some point. I feel like we've gone the wrong way slightly with this, seeing as we are 17th and 19th. Although, admittedly, that was because we had a really weird stoppage. That's better. 7th for one, 11th for the other. More like it. More like it. I mean, not great, but more like it. I mean, the lap times here are really quick, so they're actually getting plenty of runs around here. Out you go again. Ah. There was a little bit of a gamble on that one. Not quite what we wanted. Just missed the setup. Bloody DuPont is faster than us. That'll not do. Come on, Pellegrini. We need a good lap from you, and it is going good so far. And it is 6th. Oh, we're ahead of a McLaren. Von Heim's into the top 10. This is what we like to see. Still got 10 minutes to go. You know, I would, if the qualifying session ended now, I wouldn't be unhappy about it. Do we gamble that one? Because it might not go... No, it did go all the way to the bloody top. Of course it did. When you want it to not go too far, there's always the bloody times where it does go too far. And then when you do want it to jump up, is when you're not going to... It's never going to be nice to you, is it? I mean, it's got cloudy, but doesn't look like it's going to rain again, or won't be raining again. The track's just going to get faster and faster. Pellegrini with a bad lap. Von Heim up into 9th place. DuPont's in 6th. God damn, LaRousse is not having a good time. Right. It's kind of like a big waste, unfortunately. That really lost a whole heap of tuning. There, Christ. I mean, once again, Von Heim may well have the perfect setup. Okay, and Von Heim is on for a good lap. Pellegrini's going faster. Right. Where is that going to put that car? 7th. Oh, and 9th. Hey, we've got ahead of DuPont. That's the bit that we're most we've found... Oh, no, DuPont's gone 5th. So we've found our rival. Very much so. Oh, that was really close to beansing that one up. Right, out you go. You're basically going to get one more lap. One more chance at this. And there we go. Look at that. I mean, we've done pretty well with the old setups here. This is it. Final chance for our cars. What can we do? Can we out-qualify DuPont? Can we out-qualify a Lotus? I think we're going to get stuck behind one of the Aprils, but Pellegrini's not doing it. Von Heim is, I think, going to get stuck behind the teammate at this point. And it's not going well for Pellegrini. They're not going to go faster. Von Heim is 11th. Not quite. Not quite a top 10. Will Ryan get it on pole? They do. McLaren, from 2 Ferraris from McLaren. Then Lotuses were separated by the Wayland. 8th and 11th for us. I mean, it's not terrible. Could be better. Could be a lot worse, though. And who knows what the race is going to bring. Will we have a dry race? Place your bets. Will we actually have a dry race where we can do something here? It's very close. This midsection here. Not so close. DuPont's time was very good, actually. It is dry. At least it's dry as far as we can see. It's as far as we can see into the future. It is going to be dry for us here. What do we do? I think we start on mediums. I mean, last time we tried starting on softs and it just really didn't work. I mean, I definitely won't count on it staying dry. And there's always a chance of weird weathers, but we will. I'm going to start on mediums. We're going to push. Oh, crew chief of Team Knight feels invigorated. Ah, well. Oh, God. Crew chief of Team Pope, have you fixed your chassis? I mean, there's definitely a chance the monsoon hits after we've got past the visible point, because the game does like to do that one for us. Pellegrini with a great start, immediately jumping past LaRousse. Admittedly, they are on, the Lotus is on the harder tyres. Von Heim is stuck behind one of the soft-tyred cars. DuPont is on. I mean, there's a mix of strategies, honestly, in terms of tyres. In this one, we have lost back out to LaRousse, who has also got past to DuPont. So I guess we kind of just push for a bit before we have to. Von Heim is up. Well, was up into 10th briefly, and it's fallen away a little bit. Right, let's just turn this one back. I mean, I don't really want to, but we do have to at some point. Just turn it down a little bit, and yeah, see what we can do. The Wayland cars look a bit faster here. This is not ideal for us. I feel like we're going to have to just try and really, really can't afford to lose that 8th place. Don't want to get stuck behind Silla's. I mean, they know they're on better tyres than us, technically speaking, but I mean, LaRousse is on worse tyres than us. Pellegrini's going to have a good lap. Well, you know what? Maybe go for a little bit of a push lap then. See if you can catch up to DuPont. I mean, you have actually on this, and you have done the best thing. You have overtaken the dastardly Frenchman. Sweet. Okay. So that's gone a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, the Wayland car is now pushing a fair bit because it didn't like being overtaken by us. You can probably turn your engine down. I mean, I don't really want to, but it's just what we're going to have to do. I think DuPont is now going to repass us because I can't keep that pace up for the entire time. Sadly, we did the glory for the overtake, and then it's just we can't maintain that pace for any length of time. Oh, you want to go again? Well, you're in the zone, so go chase after the French car. See if you can do the pass again. Not quite. Don't really want to leave you burning your tyres up for too long in this. It's not going to work. I mean, we've kind of got 11th locked down fairly well. We're not really making any ground on Steiner. We're not really losing any ground to Rosenquist. We are going a little faster in general. DuPont has pulled away. I mean, the soft tyres are going to start going off soon, or they're going to be pitting relatively soon. How much laps we got for the fuel at the end? We can probably go and give it a bit more of the speed because we don't want Silla's catching us if we can help it. So we'll burn some fuel, but Pellegrini's going to have a bad lap. It's not what we want. I like Mikey Kers's idea. Yes, introduce DuPont to the chrome horn. Yes, that's definitely what we need to do. Just bump him out of the way. Would definitely help. That's a really early pit stop for one of the night cars, but was not looking at their strategy. Sillers is into the pits, as we would expect. Von Hein is starting to catch up to Steiner here. It was, I mean, not by a huge amount, but is getting there. We're well clear of 11th. When Pellegrini pits, they'll come out in, would imagine they'd come out in 10th, but I don't know what happened to Sillers. I don't know why they lost so much time. Yeah, we can put fuel back on medium for a bit. I mean, still got a good chunk of fuel left for the end. Yeah, probably ran a little bit longer like that. Although, sometimes running in the clean air like that's not too bad. I think we're going to have to come in now. What do we do tyre-wise? I mean, we could run hard tyres, and that does give us options if there is safety car. Well, not safety car, there's yellow flags. It gives us options we could maybe make the most of. We're not going to go to the end with the hard tyres. But it means we could either put medium tyres on if a yellow flag falls at a fortuitous moment, or we could put softs on towards the end and go quickly. I feel like that's a good call in this one, so that's what I'm going to aim to do with you. We're going to see where you come out. You've not come out ahead of DuPont at the moment, which is unfortunate. Although I was not necessarily expecting it. We're well clear of Sillers and the like. Right, Von Heim. It is going to be... your car's not great. And while I would like to fix it, I'm not going to, because it's going to take far too long for this. I mean, you might be able to make it till the end with if there was some if there was a lot of yellow flags, you could maybe go. But I think you would just end up being in such a poor state by that point that it wouldn't be worth it. All right, Pellegrini, let's go boot it. Steiner is yet to pit in this one. See if we can try and close the gap a little bit towards the Wayland car. We are kind of relying on some... Again, you can push a little bit. We're relying on a little bit of luck or a little bit of dumb moments. I have a feeling Von Heim got a bit stuck in traffic at the moment, and that is not helping. I mean, we could just do that while you're stuck in traffic. Oh, then it got clear of the bloody traffic, and they've all pitted. DuPont's miles gone. We are really not able to match the pace of that car at the moment. Yeah, I mean, we are just like 10 seconds down on it. I mean, if we really hammer it around, we can potentially close the gap in a little bit. As we say that, when we've got to get down to like 7.5 seconds. So that was a very good lap for us. A 59-second lap has really made some ground, but then you're going to have to cool everything. Von Heim, I think we're going to have to kind of do the same things every so often. We're going to try and like bomb it around. But yeah, I mean, as soon as we turn off the super speedy mode, DuPont just pulls away again. So yeah, you know, you can do that for a lap and gain it, but we just can't. And now we're stuck in traffic as well. God, it's a mess. Such a short lap means you are constantly stuck in a mess of traffic. Pellegrini's on for a good lap, which is fine. Von Heim is up into 10th. How much fuel have we got? 4.1, 3.3. You know what? You can have a go trying to chase down Steiner. I feel like you're not a million miles away from typical. The lap where we want you to go and have a chase down is the lap you have a bad one. Let's just turn that back to normal. Yeah, we're kind of in the holding pattern. There's no one really threatening Pellegrini. We're not really threatening ahead. I mean, me and DuPont are basically on the same strategy as well. Oh, you're on a good lap, right? Go for a push. See if you can make the gap on Steiner, possibly. We've got it down. We've got it down to like a second. I can't keep up that pace. So we'll just have to once again put it back to normal. Oh yeah, DuPont's gone. we're not able to match that. We're just not able to match that pace, barring some weirdness. We're not going to do it. Oh, you're in the zone again, so we'll just tell you to push. Just stuck in the traffic trying to catch Steiner, and then you're going to have a bad lap immediately afterwards. And you're right there. We've got there. It would be very nice if DuPont crashed. That feels about the only... It'd be nice if either DuPont crashes or Wayland do a weird thing with their car. I don't know what weird thing they could do. What? Do we try and undercut them? I mean, I feel like we've got to try something. So, yes. Like, there's no... I say there's no downside to this. Like, if we wait until softs... If we do the same strategy as them, we're going to finish behind them. So, and there's no real harm. Oh, Von Heim, no. Did I maybe leave you pushing too hard? I might have done. I don't know what you were on when you crashed. I was busy sorting out Pellegrini's strategy. I may have left you on the push hard trying to overtake Steiner. Damn it. I mean, you could have waited to crash, so I could have pitted Pellegrini in a better time. Bugger. I mean, if you want to puncture DuPont's tyres, that would be okay. I'd be fine with that. Although we're almost a lap down from the pit stop. That's going to help DuPont go on to softs at the end. Yeah, that really kind of works against us at this point. I mean, we're going to try. And all we can do is just go for some crazy quick laps now and do whatever is possible. I mean, yeah, we can set some quick laps, but of course we can't maintain that pace through the whole way. We know DuPont has to pit. Weirdly, they're running super long. Not sure why they're running that long. I guess they're trying to go to softs for the end, which they have done. I mean, they've come out. We've got the gap down to like 3 seconds, which honestly is not bad considering where we were at when the pit stop cycle. Considering where we were at, and it could have really... couldn't really have done too much. But yeah, as much as we will now... it's just too fast, I think. Yeah, not going to catch. I think this is one of those where, I mean, we're under absolutely no, I don't even know where 9th is, 32 seconds down. We're under no immediate pressure from behind. But we're just not catching that. And I think any more pushing is just, it's not worth it. We're not going to catch. We're going to have to settle for 8th place in this one. We're stuck in a bit of lapped traffic. Unless the Frenchman has an accident, which they do not. We are not going to be able to catch them. We get some more points, which is important here. Von Heim couldn't quite get the double points finish in that one, which is unfortunate. Christ, the Ferraris lapped everyone up to 4th. I mean, they were pretty... pretty close, I think, to lapping them. So, there we have it. Yeah, I don't think we could have done too much more on that one. Ferraris once again first and second. Ferrari's been first and second every single race. They have been, I mean, dominant to say the least. What sponsor challenge have we got? Golden tune the steering. Don't use the same tyre compound on more than one driver. Just going to do that. Right. Well, your car's great. Von Heim's have spent a lot of time fixing. I guess we will spend some of our money fixing up your car, which is fine. Track is usually wet. I mean, we've had an entire season of wet races. Like, I feel like, yeah, it's probably going to be wet. It's probably going to be wet because just the entire season has been wet. Qualifying is going to start dry. Oh, the crew chief of Pope has partied a bit too hard. Okay, we're going to have a fair bit of dry qualifying, which isn't too bad. So, there we go. Yeah, off you go. Kyron, thank you very much for the resubscription for the 2nd month. A rolled car salute to you from chat, saying finally someone pronounced Kyron correctly. I probably now said it differently because I don't remember what I said before. So I apologise. I will get it wrong at some points, at many points. I am surprised I got it right, if I'm honest with you. Yeah. I try. I'm afraid my pronunciation is pretty garbage most of the time. So there we go. Matthew says it's just me, or does the track roughly look like a Tommy gun? I kind of see what you mean. A little bit. Ish, but yeah. Tommy gun with a really weird stock, but still. 8th for Pellegrini, 9th for Von Heim. I mean, solid now. And we know we've got to get these cars, set as quickly as best as we can. And we do need golden steering if at all possible. Which we can try to do. Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. Okay, off we go into the unknown. This feels like a shorter session than we have had for some of the qualifyings. I don't know, maybe it's not. Better runs again from Pellegrini and from Von Heim, but they don't move up. Still 9th and 10th. Steiner with a good lap in there. Actually, Jim is right. It does look like pi. It actually does look an awful lot like a pi symbol going on there. So, yeah, we'll go with that one. Come on, get the steering. Not quite. I mean, it's like crew chief's not bad on this one. To be honest, I've never been a fan of Fuji as a circuit, any of the versions of it. It's never been a track I've really liked. I mean, this one, I don't know whether this version would be nicer to drive than the real one. It is 9th and 10th. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's about pretty well. I mean, they're almost in 2x2s going on. But yeah, I've just never got on with Fuji as a circuit. It's one of those tracks that just almost doesn't interest me as a circuit to drive around. Hey, we got golden steering. Probably should work on some engines as well at some point. But yeah, any of the iterations of Fuji, I've just not enjoyed driving in games. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about the circuit that's just never gelled with me particularly. I feel we are going to be now running out of laps to get a good lap time in before the rain is too much. And I don't think it's going to work here. Pellegrini does not go faster. Von Heim does not go faster. We might get one more lap on the slick, but I think it's going to be too late here. Let's try and boost the engine. Let's try and get some engine stuff on the go as well. This is kind of the last hurrah for a lap time, I think. We will continue, as I said before, we will continue going because we can continue tuning the car. Pellegrini has got a faster first sector. Von Heim has also got a faster first sector. Okay, they might be able to squeeze a lap time out of the car this time around. It's 7th place. We're ahead of DuPont. And it's 10th for Von Heim. That's a good lap from Pellegrini, actually. That is... yeah, although other cars are going quickly, Steiner's going faster. Has just leapfrogged Von Heim. Damn it. We may be able to sneak out another soft run. The softs are going sort of longer than you expect, I'm finding anyway. Screw it, we'll go again on the soft tyres. Surely it's getting too wet now for any improvements. LaRousse got a better final sector. Come on, Von Heim. You just need a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Pellegrini is unlikely to go. Oh no, you got another fastest first sector. Von Heim is not. Pellegrini's going even faster, which is surprising given the conditions. Von Heim does not. And I think it's now too wet. It's now too wet to go any faster, really. I mean, you've got an alright car. We'll send out again just in case. God damn it. Of course, we couldn't get a nice low roll for that one. No chance. There are still some green sectors coming in, which really surprises me, given how wet the track is. Von Heim is not going faster. Yeah, I think they're done pretty much on this one. We'll get one more chance with the tuning, I should think. What do we try and go for? Ooh. Okay, well, you've at least got 2 golden bits. And you can... Well, we'll try and get you... Yes, you will also get 2 golden bits. Not perfect. Not quite as good setup as last time, but there we have it. Now, Pellegrini's on a bad lap. Doesn't matter. No one's improving. Importantly, we beat the Wayland cars. Although, sadly, not quite with Von Heim. A little further back than we would have liked. But there we go. Qualifying is over. 7th and 11th on the grid, not too shabby. Yeah, I mean, like I said, not likely to beat the cars ahead. 7th is possibly... Oh. I really wanted just a dry race again. No dry race for us. It's just wet. It's just really wet. Now, the question is, do you start on intermediates, push like crazy until about here, and then go to some wet tyres? I see. I'm tempted to do it that way. I'm tempted to go because we know for about 10 laps the inters are going to be better. So if you push like absolute crazy for 10 or so laps, pit, get some wet tyres on the car. I think that's gonna be a better way to go. However, yeah, depending on what happens in the race, like if there's yellow flags, if there's red, like if there's any other craziness, having a car on the wet tyres to potentially make the most of. If there's a yellow flag very early on, Von Heim will love it because it'll get wetter and wetter, and that will come to that car. I suspect I will be one of the only cars on. Whichever strategy the AI likes, I'm going to be the only car with one of them. I'm not sure which one the AI is going to like. Okay, the AI liked the intermediates. So yeah, I do think I was going to be the only one on... let's just keep yours normal. I don't want to shred the wets immediately in this, necessarily. Although actually, Von Heim's not done too badly, considering. So... let's try and get... and try and push a little bit at the start. I mean, we definitely got to put Pellegrini, has got to try and make the most of it. Rodriguez has had a really good start in that car, which we haven't seen. Pellegrini's is having a good lap. If we can get past Rodriguez, we have. Maldonado's had a terrible start to this race, which is not good. Von Heim's actually done pretty good. I will give credit where credit is due to Von Heim, considering those tyres are really not in the window at all. Von Heim has done well to keep in 12th. DuPont's had an immense start. He's up in 4th place. Well, this will not do. This will not do at all. Oh, Morel has crashed. Ooh, now what the crap do we do? Do we use this as an opportunity to go to wets? I think we do, because it's going to be 8 minutes in. I do feel like everyone is now going to go to wets. I think that's going to have to be what we do. I mean, we might as well fix the car up while we're here. It's a free repair halt, basically. Because by the time the race starts, it's going to be quite wet. I'll put Von Heim on some new tyres, because why not? But yeah, Morel has had a bit of a nasty shunt at the very start of the race. Right. Well, Pellegrini's not had a bad start. Lost out to DuPont, but Maldonado fell back. If cars aren't on wets when this gets going, we're in a really, really good place. I feel like the AI are surely going to have put them on wets. But there we go. Let's see what happens here when they get underway. They have all gone for the wets. Damn it. I was hoping some were going to forget. Alas, they did not. We will, Von Heim with an absolutely legendary start. Von Heim's in 3rd. How did you do that? And can you do it again, please? It's a stunning start. Yeah, can you do that one again more often, please? Pellegrini's passed a Lotus, but That was fantastic. Von Hein's in the zone. I don't want to turn down the speedy modes, but I am going to have to turn down the speedy modes at some point on these cars because they will not last the entire way. I mean, DuPont's fourth. Right, you're going to have to chill a little bit now, I am afraid. Okay, now Pellegrini's in the zone. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a mess in this section. Yeah, either it was perfect on the clutch, or there could be a jump start investigation. I don't think the game has that sort of thing, thankfully. I mean, I'm not sure we're realistically going to have the pace to keep this up the entire way round, but you know, it can be fun while it lasts. We've lost out to Woods, which is perhaps not a big surprise here. We'll try and fight where we can in this. The McLaren is now up to fourth. I mean, it is, you know, I think it is only a matter of time, realistically, until we see the McLarens and the like get past. But we will fight as much as we can throughout this. And for now, Von Heim is still clinging on to a podium position, and it has now gone away, unfortunately. Can we try and keep... Just if we whack up the engine mode, will that be enough to try and keep DuPont behind? Pellegrini is currently annoying the other McLaren. Okay, well, Van Heim's going to have a good lap. If we can continue to annoy the other McLaren and drop it into the battle with the Lotuses, that could be helpful. That could definitely be helpful. I don't think that's likely to really happen, but there we go. Rain, I mean, it's going to rain the entire race pretty much. No one's able to focus. That's not good. It's got a little bit of a... We've got the Von Heim train going on that has now fallen, sadly. DuPont has found a way past, as has Woods. The Heskeths are just not quite fast enough, I don't think, in this one. Yeah, they're just not quick enough. Admittedly, some of the other cars are now pushing harder. I think we're going to have to just chill a little bit on this one, because I don't think we can... We just cannot match the pace being set by them. It was nice while it lasted, and we can hope for other shenanigans to go on, but ultimately we do not quite have the pace of those cars. I'm going to let them fight. I could let Pellegrini overtake, but I'm not going to. We could do some team orders. We're not going to do team orders in this one. You know, it's not like we're fighting for a championship, so so why do it? And the Lotus have got past the pair of us in that. In fact, actually, Sillars has now come to join in as well. We are struggling for pace at the moment. It's not... Our cars are not working here at all. Alright, we're going to try and go for it a little bit. Just push hard for a lap. Okay, well, this lap's going to be a breeze. That's good. Try and make a gap to Sillars at least with one of our cars. We'll see if Pellegrini can find a way past, which they have now done. Von Heim's onto a bad lap, but that's fine. Maybe we'll just sort of turn that down. Turn both of your cars down a little bit. I don't want Von Heim about to have a bad lap. Maybe we should... I don't want to do team orders, but maybe we bloody should have done. No, Pellegrini's on for a good lap here. Gonna have to start thinking about pitting soon. And Sillars has now come to join the party again. Right, once more, another lap. Go on the attack. And yeah, we're going to have to pit soon. This may still be another 2 stops in this race. I kind of feel like there may well be another 2 stops going on here. If we pit... Yeah, I mean, like, another lap's not going to matter here. So, let's pit for the wet tyres for you. And then Pellegrini can have the next lap. Push like mad on the in lap. You can actually push a bit like mad on the out lap. Oh, did I miss the pit lane, thankfully. You can go for some wet tyres as well. And... Oh, it was very close on the exit, but Von Heim has come out ahead. I mean, I'll try and get a lap. Oh, typical. God damn it. Rosenquist has crashed, and there's 2 big crashes have gone on in this one. Ugh. It's not it's not helped our strategy. Oh, that was actually literally crashed right in front of Pellegrini. God damn it, we could have stayed out. Could have stayed out. I mean, why are we going round again? How have we ended up there? How has that happened? That's a bit weird. I guess it's to unlap or something. I don't know what's gone on. But sure. I mean, we may as well just put another set of fresh tyres on it, because why not? Like, while we are here, there's no real reason not to. Yeah, it's kind of scuppered us a little bit. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's worked very well for DuPont. It's not worked great for us. It's not the end of the world. We're all still going to have to pit again. There's no chance that we're not pitting again. Was he trying to sort out the Ferraris at the front, possibly for the red flag? That might have been, yeah. I say it might have been. Sure, that is what it was doing in that one. Okay. We are ready to go in a minute. Right. Maximum effort. Can we get another... It is another good start for the Heskeths. Once again, this time it's Pellegrini with a good... It's not as good as it was the first time around. It's no up into third, but Pellegrini's leapfrogged their way. They've jumped up into 6th. Good work from Pellegrini there. Von Heim's got a couple of cars. Is sat in 10th. We've fixed our starts at least, which is something. Unfortunately, though, as much as it has been fun, like because we can run hard at the start, and it's immediately now back to 8th for Pellegrini because we just can't keep that pace up. Sadly, it may well be 8th is the best that we can realistically get here without some weird shenanigans going on. If the Lotuses are too fast and DuPont is too fast for us. I mean, we may as well push again on this lap. I mean, behind those two, the 2 Matras, are putting up a good fight this time around. We've got to be wary of them. Don't want to lose out on the top 10. Sillars is kind of going to be the big pain for us to deal with. We will run them, try to run them. DuPont's actually fallen back a little bit. What have we got fuel-wise? 3.1, 3.6. Okay, DuPont's not having a great section of the race here. Maybe there's a chance. You never know. Although, while they've fallen back a little bit from the Lotuses, it's kind of stabilised a bit. The rain is just going to be heavy throughout the rest of it. Von Heim's having a bit of an iffy lap. I'll just try and put you on a bit higher engine mode for a minute. Right. Do we reckon? Let's go for another push lap. He's desperately trying to catch the Wayland car. Because we'll catch up to it here, and then we will have to... I mean, it's been a great lap. And then we will have to turn that down again. And likewise, we'll have to turn that down again. What has I got to fuel now? 2.7. I mean, it was worth it. We got to within a couple of seconds, but... Oh, Pellegrini now can't focus. Von Heim can focus. Could you transfer that? No, go back to 5 seconds again. God damn it. It was looking so good. It's very similar to that last race where, you know, when we really go for it for a couple of laps, we can close the gap in, but it's unsustainable pace. Again, with a really, really good job of charging down that car, but I can't leave it at that pace. I mean, the tyres are going to start getting poorly as well if we are not careful. It's got back to 3 seconds. 10th place at least looks fairly secure. I don't think we can get Sillars here. I mean, if we pit now, we could maybe try and undercut Dupont. In fact, never mind. Dupont has gone for the undercut on us, pretty much. Maybe what we do here... Right, one more Banzai lap for you. One more big lap for you. Because I think we can... Right, let's give you a good in-lap. Right, wet tyres till the end. I mean, they'll certainly make it on that. So you can come in. You also, of course, wet tyres till the end. We will get you in the pits. We're not going to come out in front of... Oh, we have! I was about to say we're not going to come out in front of Dupont, but we have done it. A really, really good in-lap seems to have done the trick. Right, we're going to leave it on maximum attack at this point. Try and pull a gap until it gets too much, and then we're going to have to turn it down a bit. Right, Sillers has got past. Unfortunately, so we've got past one of the Waylands. The other one's got past us in this little pit cycle. How much fuel have we got? 1.8, 1.4. Right. Keep trying to burn that fuel. But actually, we can probably attack aggressively because we've got the tyre life to do this. So we can just periodically attack. I imagine everyone is, yeah. DuPont is doing similar to us here. Alright, so you can't just let the bar build up and then, rather than risk it, I don't think we've got the pace to get Sillers at the moment. We've got a bit of a gap to 8th place now, although we're being lapped by the Ferraris and the McLarens, and we're kind of being involved in that shenanigans. Oh, crap, push. Burn some fuel, please. I'll say burn some fuel, but push, get away from that Wayland car if you can. We're going to have to stop putting it on that. Still got enough fuel. You can chill out. Is my thinking. McLarens are going to have to pit. Are they all trying to go to the end of the race? They really would it. But really pay attention to that. No, as I say, they have all come in for a pit stop. Moretti with a slow pit stop. The Ferraris may not get a 1-2 in this race. Maybe the first race they don't get a 1-2 in. Oh, you're going to have to push like mad again, aren't you? You've got the fuel to go. I don't think we're catching 9th. Honestly, at this point, I don't think we're catching 9th, so let's just not really focus too hard on you, because I will otherwise forget what I'm doing with Pellegrini if I'm not careful here. Alright. Turn that down. I think we're gonna be okay on fuel. Oh, bloody hell. No, Ponce! You absolute asshole. Right. No, fight back. Come on. We can get back past the Frenchman. And we have got back past the Frenchman. Oh no, Pellegrini, I need you to concentrate on this lap. You've only got like a couple of laps to go, and I cannot leave you at that level of speed, because you will, cause issues with your car. Oh! DuPont crashed! Yes! The best news! The best news! The Wayland binned it. I guess they really were pushing hard. Ugh. Oh. I mean, it's going to come out as a 7th and 9th in this one, which honestly, I'm not... Well, maybe Pellegrini ran him off the road. I think we were actually ahead at that point. I think we were like a second or so ahead, so I think DuPont just crashed pushing hard, trying to catch us. Oh, that was an unnecessarily stressful race. Rosenquist is fine. They're in the hospital, but they're fine. Oh, Morel is not fine. Forgot we had 2 really, really serious crashes at the start of this. It is a tragedy indeed, poor Morel. This game does have, fatalities. Formula 1 was very, very dangerous in the 70s. And, yeah, it can happen. Poor Morel. A tragedy indeed for them. Which, yeah, it is a shame. It is. I think it was only the second lap as well. Not so good for Morel. Good news for us in terms of the championship. you know, so many pit stops. So many pit stops went on in this one. It was a mess. We had 2 red flags and everything. It's not a 1-2 for the Ferraris this time around. The McLarens actually got a 2nd place in this. We got 4th place in terms of the points in that race, which is as good as we're ever going to get. Realistically, we completed our challenges and the $10. Pellegrini has overtaken. Good news. Good news. We have overtaken DuPont. There's another Frenchman ahead of us, but we're not going to catch them. Maldonado is probably going to pass us at some point, because you know, in theory, they should be. The Lotus should be much faster than we are. Although Von Heim is still sat in the top 10. I think we're kind of well ahead of the other Wayland cars and the 2 Venera, the 2 Matras in this one. So there we go. Well, overall, we currently sit 4th. We're going to be 4th or 5th. We're miles clear of the rest of them. There we go. Morel has been replaced by Vettel, and Rosenquist is being replaced by someone as well, just for this weekend. But there we have it. That was a bit of a run through the wonderful, wonderful Golden Lap. I do really recommend this game. It may well be on the Steam summer sale. I'm not actually sure. Not summer sale, the autumn sale or whatever. Don't know if it is. I can go have a look now, see if it is on sale at the moment. It is on sale currently. It's £10. £10.39. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. It is a little bit more basic than some of the other management games out there, but it is also quite a nice, easy one to pick up and play, pick up and go, and you can get into this one quite nice, quite easily, quite quickly, which is very helpful in many ways. It's kind of much easier to learn. Not the most in-depth, but a lot of fun can be had. Honestly, for watching some numbers whiz around a track, it gets surprisingly addictive, as I hope we have all found this evening, because it's been really cool. It's been good fun. I've wanted to stream this one game for a little while, and I figured I'd give it a go this evening, and I've had a lot of fun on this one. I have had an awful lot of fun. But that is going to be it for this evening. I hope you have enjoyed this one as much as I have. Of course, a very, very big thank you to those who donated, those who subscribed. It is always very much appreciated indeed. I will be back tomorrow for the GTA nonsense, pretty much. You know the rules, you know the drill, you know how it works. There'll be some GTA silliness coming your way tomorrow, so I hope you'll be able to join me for that one. I think it'll be normal time. I don't know what time the Grand Prix starts, but I will have to check. It may be slightly later, depending on what time the race starts. I don't know. I will have a look. It'll be around... Oh, the F1 starts at 4. Okay, that should be fine. Unless something really weird happens with the F1, it should be fine to happen at take part at a normal time. But if for whatever reason, if there's a red flag or there's something delay with the Formula 1, I will, let people know and have the start time changed slightly. But I can't imagine. It's unlikely Qatar is going to have a big rain delay. But anyway... That is going to be it for this evening. As I said, thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.